you later. What do you do in the evening when you don't know what to do? Read a book, play a game, every night is just the same. What do you say if I tell you how to keep from feeling blue? My advice is good to take and it's easier to do. When you're all alone, any old night, and you're feeling out of tune, pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Underneath the bright, silvery light, you'll be feeling better soon. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Look, look, look at the stars above. Look, look, look at those sweeties love. Oh boy, give me a night in June. I mean it, all you got to do any old night when you're feeling out of tune. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. When you make a date any old night, gonna meet your sweetie soon. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Underneath the bright, silvery light, that's the only place to spoon. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Walk, walk, kissing and walk again, talk, talk, kissing and talk again, oh joy, sweethearts are all in tune. I mean it, when it's raining out, stay in a room, but on a lovely night in June, here's what to do, sweetie, and you just get out and get under the moon. If you're with a girl and she is cold, says she doesn't want her spoon, don't you feel blue? Here's what you do, just get out and get under the moon. If you feel a kiss and she gets sore, she'll forget it mighty soon. Don't stop to fret, she'll learn to pet when you get her under the moon. Indoors, there's not a thing to do. In-laws walk in and out on you. Oh boy, sister and brother too. I've tried it, just take my advice. If she is nice, nice as any night in June, just take her hand, she'll understand, and get out and get under the moon.
Hey everybody, how you doing? Woo! Sorry we're late. Mark. Thank you for showing up to this one. Missed you on Sunday. Jabby missed you as well. How's everybody doing tonight? It's going to be a very interesting evening. Another quickie but fun one, maybe an hour, hour and a half, something like that. There may be multiple guests this evening, two of them being myself and James. May have a question and answer session between the two of us, and y'all ask some questions as well. We just may have another special guest coming on here. We'll know probably in about 15 or so minutes. I won't mention any names until we know. Super cool cat. He may just like pop in just magically, and then we'll just shout his name out. But how's everybody doing tonight? James, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Had some issues getting the stream set up today, but we're good now. We're fine. Everything's working. We're ready to roll here. Where we're rolling, I don't yet know, but we shall find out shortly.
Yeah, there's no way of knowing. There's Danny.
Hello, Danny. Hello, Mark.
I'm sure we'll get a few more people.
Jabby, I'm sure you're here somewhere.
Jabby, Will, is Mr. We're being Ben here somewhere. Once again, Sunday we had Jabby on. Absolutely fantastic question and answer interview with him. So always remember that you can go back, and if you miss a particular episode, Mark, that you can go back and listen to it. Sundays was absolutely a blast.
Yeah, it was good. And I can give you the roundabout. We'll talk to him on Friday. All right, need to adjust this a little bit.
Yeah. Apparently, about 90 or so % of the questions we were asking, which were very innocuous, had X-rated answers or something. So we have to wait till after dark for Jabby to answer, like, I don't know, 25 questions. Seeing some theme parks giving some dates they're going to open, and
yeah, that was an interesting one. Yeah, Zach, how you doing, man?
Hey, Zach.
Freaking technical difficulties. You think I'd be, prepared, but it just pops up sometimes, things you're not expecting.
Man, the best laid plans, especially with technology and Facebook and yeah, oh my God. Yeah, Mark, apparently that's as reasonable it's going to get with Jabby. I mean, literally, if you go and listen to Sunday night, he's like, I can't answer that one until Friday night. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, Jabby, here's another one. Well, that's going to be a Friday night answer. All right. Good guy, man. He's a good guy, though. Totally awesome. Had a blast. Like I said, you should totally listen in on that one. Yeah, I've got my headset mic going on. That's just gonna have to be a normal thing again. I have to stop being a lazy moose twit and wear it. Eventually I may have like a cool setup like James has. That would require me to be much less lazy than I am right now.
Yeah, sitting in this computer chair really takes a whole lot of effort.
Well, I'm only laughing because, dude, at least you're sitting straight up. I'm lounging on my couch like I'm freaking Nero eating grapes or something. Got my phone on this side of me. I'm a little Huawei pad over on my hands and got my feet stretched out.
This the stuff on the screen is gonna be moving around for a minute. I'm just trying to adjust it. I don't really like where it's at, and doing it on a live is much easier than doing it when it's not on. But I don't like that frame, so it's gonna go bye for now. I'll have to get something better.
You're talking about the purple frame?
Yeah.
No, I thought it was pretty cool.
It's blocking too much of the. I'm gonna get one that fits it better. I just have to reshape it. It'll be fine.
Let's see. Mark says, "Well, getting to the age you are, MD, we can't expect much out of you." That, you know what? That's pretty much true. So I'm gonna do a haha on that one.
Yeah.
A little tidbit on the store. Well, on the Haunters Anon page. Thanks to James, who realized that HauntersAnonymous.com is also available now, or has been. Maybe I was spelling it wrong. We know we're being Ben. The shop is full of stuff. I just more or less fixed some payment processing. It's not quite ready to. Hey, 13, what's up?
Hey, 13.
We haven't gotten anything from the place where we're getting the stuff printed yet, so we're kind of holding off, maybe telling everybody to do stuff. The payment processing system is still a little awry, but
yeah, just give it a little bit of time, and it'll be running efficiently and beautifully
now,
as intended.
if you want to, you can go to HonnorsAnon.com or HonnorsAnonymous.com. It's very blank looking right now because I'm still working on the aesthetics. But if you click the shop button at the top right, you can peruse the stuff that you'll be able to purchase soon. Just we don't recommend snagging anything quite yet. Let us get some samples. Their processing time as far as some of the stuff because of the pandemic is a little slow. They make no bones about it. Yes, Mark, I just literally said, you hooker. It's blank. But yeah, you're right. It's very blank. It's still a work in progress, but I don't want to do it in sandbox mode for the simple fact I want James to be able to look at it ASAP too. So,
Mark, I specifically put one item in there for you, and the design of it is amazing. Michael and I both died laughing when we saw this thing.
And it's literally just for you, I think. But yeah, like Mark's doing, and 13 Skeletons is for you too. I don't know when you came in. The HonnorsAnon.com or HonnorsAnonymous.com website is up. Aesthetically, it's not very pleasing at the moment. Yes, the leggings are just for you, Mark. But 13, if you wanted to, like I told everybody else, if you didn't hear this part, hey Frank, you can peruse some of the stuff that we're going to offer as samples. The store is not quite ready yet. The stuff is there. I'm fine-tuning the payment processing and just trying to make the website more aesthetically pleasing because it is kind of cracked out now. But you are welcome to peruse everything. Just don't clickety-clack through and try to order anything because we do want to see if we can get some samples first. We do have some stuff on order. And just once again, in case whoever's here didn't hear it, processing is being delayed by the print fulfiller because of the pandemic. They are quickly trying to add more machinery and warehouses and stuff. So, but definitely look through it. There's some fun things there. Probably more stuff to add to it. We're going to definitely be adding more.
Oh yeah, there'll be
digital. Huh? Oh,
go ahead. There'll be plenty of stuff still to be added.
Yeah, digital stuff. The backpack is actually very cool. I'm going to snag one of those, but so there's more stuff coming, but at least it does show that we are working on it. And so far we're pretty proud of it. The website's just kind of like, it's dull. It is definitely dull. So
also, yeah, thanks 13. We've like, as far as it goes, we're making literally pennies off of this stuff. We put it as low as we could get it from what they charge. So it's really just for us to have the merch for everybody to get it. It's not for us to make money off of it by any means.
Yeah. And the we tried to set up the shipping. We have no control over the shipping, but we tried to, I guess, make it as inexpensive as we can. Like I said, the shipping is not through us. We literally, like James said, we're we're not out to like make bank on this stuff. We just want to put out a bunch of fun things for folks. Also, we definitely have decided we're going to figure out how to allow folks like Jabby and Primo and 13. You're right there too if you want to do it. Hell, Mark, whatever, if he wants, customized jockstrap, whatever the hell. But we want to make it where everybody can just use it and get stuff. And like I said, we're not really out to make money on this particular venture. It's just to have some fun things out there. It's the whole idea of Honors Anonymous. So,
yep.
We're hoping we literally could set up people ordering the stuff within a day or so. We're just kind of a little concerned. We want to see some of the quality first. We don't want y'all to be like, oh my God, I got this damn thing. And it's like, what the hell ever. and then you're having to send it back and you don't like it. We don't want that to happen. So
Make sure you hit that
Yeah.
like button actually, and share
Yeah.
the stream. That's like the main things we need.
Yeah, share the stream and
And hit the like button.
smirk. What's
That-
up, Vicky?
What's up, Vicky and Frank? What's going on?
And Frank.
The Potters.
Yeah, just the Potters are here. And Danny Smirsh. Yes, thank you, Danny, for correcting Mark, because I didn't want to, because I get in trouble for.
Yeah. So
I
the
get in
way
trouble for that.
Facebook's algorithm works, the more interactions we get on a stream, we don't need to have a ton of viewers. The fact that you guys are so active, and as long as you're sharing and liking the stream, it'll help this page grow exponentially just through their algorithm, because they'll list us higher.
Ooh, James, did you see a bottle opener?
I did not see a bottle opener, but I
mean,
think we can make that happen.
Yeah. Yeah, we can make the bottle opener happen. Actually.
Oh, and
So
in other good news, we have some limited edition stuff coming to us that's going to be used for giveaways. It's small things. They're like a few custom stickers and buttons. There's literally 10 buttons. These are the only 10 buttons that I'm doing of this design. So if you want a button for one of your Hunters Anonymous backpacks, keep staying with us, because we're gonna give those away.
Yep.
So yeah, there's gonna be 10 limited edition buttons. I know people that I could probably make that happen, but not not for a very long time, Mark. There's a company that does Spirit branding in Maryland. So they take their product, and it's just a general item, and they will print your logo and everything and sell it as your brand. I believe it's fairly expensive. But who knows? You never know. Weirder things have happened for this group of people.
Yeah, and the deal is if y'all have something like 13, the bottle opener, let us know. Say, hey man, I'd like to see this on a that. And we're like, all right, well, let's see if we can make it happen. We're not going to be like, just no. It's literally like, let us know, because actually, the more we fine tune this and we're learning how this process works, I'm like, oh, okay, well, this is actually not too hard.
Yeah, and I'm excited for it. Some of this stuff is actually super cool, and really putting a lot of effort into the designs. We've gone back and forth so many times on the design and fine tuning stuff, and Michael is super particular about making sure things look exact before we approve them. So
yeah, that's actually very true. I really don't even like having the website up and running being all blank, but you know what, it's one of those things. It's going to constantly evolve anyway. So
yeah, much like this stream, like we're improving the stream like continually. I'm trying to do some things off scenes here, but
the Frank, are you talking about like masks? Well, I mean, wait a minute. Did you already answer that question, James? Did you answer Frank's question?
No, I had an emote thing on my screen, so I couldn't even see the.
Frank said we need Hunters Anonymous masks to sport for HHN 30.
Oh yeah, you know what, Frank? we started to design some, but the ones that were offered through the company that we're going through are more like the what are those things called?
Are they called bakla?
Yeah. You got the right word there. Yeah, they're like the full sock thing that goes over your neck and covers your face. You had the name, but you're close to it.
Balaclava. Yeah, I keep saying I want to say
baklava or something.
Yeah. I want baklava. That's why I keep wanting to say it.
Yeah, and the design doesn't look right on it the way they like have the thing. because there's folds and stuff in those. If we can find some that are like the straight up over the ear mask, we'll definitely get some cranked out.
Yeah, we'll make it happen. If we can do it, we'll make it happen. That's the deal. So we got some time.
I don't know what a gator is. Alibaba, what the hell are you doing, Mark? Alibaba? You got me.
Tiffany, I don't know what the hell Mark's. Mark,
Hey.
have you started? Are you drunk this evening?
Hey, Tiffany.
You know what? That's true, Mark. They might be some folks that we need to get a hold of for that.
Yeah, let's just print some Haunter's Anonymous fabric and then have them do it. Oh, let's see if I can get a hold of. Okay, so our guest should be popping by in about a half an hour. So.
Oh, there you go. So while we wait for that fella, this is a Q&A, question and answer. What questions do you guys and gals have for me and James? It can be as a group thing or individual. What questions do y'all have? What magical questions would y'all have?
All right, sorry about
Everybody
that.
jump at once.
Had to reply to our special guest. Well, Mark, I don't even know where we would have the fabric printed though.
It's funny. We could probably do it through who we do now. Just have it printed on a couple of shirts. They can tear them up.
I think.
Oh.
I think where I got the stickers from has some actually.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah, I'll look into it. See what it is. But yeah, so giveaway stuff coming real soon. Be prepared for that. And right before Halloween.
Yeah, can you guys believe and gals believe it's like almost June?
Crazy. And can you believe no Disney till July?
Super crazy. Mid-July.
Yeah.
Wait, or beginning of July.
No, it's mid. It's pretty much mid. July 11th.
Oh, so God.
Yeah.
So like actually a little over a month and a half. Well, about a month and a half, I guess. They have Chance Fabric from HHN they had made. Mark, you should totally do that. Because we'll get a hold of them and see what they can do so we can get some stuff out to y'all. Oh, that's cool. Spoonflower. Never heard of them.
All right, cool. He is going to let me know in about half an hour.
Cool.
Surface designers. Oh, that'd be cool. I'd make a Haunter's Anonymous blanket.
Oh my God. Wouldn't that be funny?
All right, so I got a question for you, Michael.
Okay.
How long have you been involved in the haunt scene?
Let's see here. Well, I've always loved Halloween. But officially deep into it with the connections and meeting the people. Let me think. This is 2020. Oh my God. Maybe about 15 years now. like hardcore into it, like going here and there and meeting the folks and all that stuff. So I think 15 years. Woo, getting old, can't remember. Um, I've definitely been doing it for a while, so we'll go ahead and say that. I'm gonna go ahead and say
That's good.
maybe a little bit less. I don't know. What about you?
Well, let's see. I started when I was. Now I could be wrong by like 2 to 3 years on this, but I think I was around 8 when I did my first. Where I was actually in the haunted hayride. I was a Jason actually, and I was 8 years old, and I had this big like metal pole that I was banging on stuff. Um, but it was for this feed store in Florida. They had a big property, and they ended up doing this whole big giant hayride. It was awesome, like because I was with a group of people that was like out in a field. There was like no lights until the tractor would come by, and there was a guy with a chainsaw with me. It was nuts. So I started doing that, and then all of my life I just did random small haunts and stuff. I helped build one at my friend's house. That was fun. And then we they had a big Halloween party. There was a ton of people, and I got one of my favorite scares there. I scared this little kid so much that he screamed, threw himself backwards, and then crawled like a crab on like I used to do the crab walk in school. He did that for like 20 yards. It was one of my favorite things. And then obviously I worked Halloween Horror Nights. That was fun. I have some interesting stories from that one, but so I mean most of my life, I'm 36, so say I've been in some way, shape, or form. So
Well, for me, I guess I mean if you want to go, when I say about 15, that for me is when I pretty much realized I wanted to make it what I wanted to do the rest of my life. Of course, my parents and I, when I was small, we dressed the house up and stuff. I've always done stuff like that, but
yeah,
um, uh, so Halloween's been in my blood like forever.
yeah,
Um, to answer and not to 13 to answer your question, so you two never met each other face to face. I've never met James face to face or in the flesh.
yep. No, well, we met face to face earlier, but yeah, no, never in actual person.
Yeah.
We've known each other for probably 10 years.
I think it's about 10. Yeah.
Let's say definitely in that range.
Yeah. I mean, if this started in 2012 and it's 20, and we knew each other, I think, before that. So
yeah, because we were members on Drama for at least a year before we decided to venture into everything and not just Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah.
So yeah, 9 to 10 years.
But never in the flesh.
Nope. Never been dicks to elbows. No.
I think to do something like this, Haunters Anonymous and the drama group and everything else, you definitely have to have a passion for Halloween and haunted attractions and all that kind of stuff. Who started HHN Drama?
It was Mr. Brian.
Yeah. I believe, if I'm correct, Brian was number one, the starter, and then I came in right after that, and then it was just a flood.
Yeah, I came in like there was only like 3 active people when I came in. That was you, Brian, and your friend Dina, I think her name was.
Oh, Deanna. Yeah.
Deanna, yeah. Because she was talking about those cookies.
Yeah.
I guess she used to make
Yeah,
cookies or something.
the Potters were definitely in that very first wonderful, brilliant batch of people. Um, that's what's so cool about the drama group. Brian Forsberg basically started it, I believe.
Yeah,
And then
Brian is definitely the
Brian started, yeah,
creator.
and then I came in right after that. Uh, now I I gave the drama part its name, um, but it's been a concerted effort between a very very eclectic, very awesome group of people. Several of whom are here with us now, and then of course James, myself, and stuff like. Um,
We took over the design of the drama group. Um, like Brian was, he started it, and then it progressed, and then eventually there were so many admins, and then you and I were the ones that kind of did all the stuff for the group, and
and I left for a little bit because I was just over everybody's shit. And then they came back. Um, it's been an interesting progressive thing. Oh, dang, MD, what type of horror stuff have you been doing for the past 15 years? Uh, Danny, I spent, like I said, okay, all right. If everybody's into a very short little story, and I may have told this here already, I don't know, but I don't care. You listen to it again. Yeah, Mark, you're a little late in the drama group. So many moons ago, about 15 years ago, and I'm almost because I can correlate a few things. Way before then, like I said, as a kid, I wanted to be the one scaring people with my parents, not trick or treating and all that stuff. And I told that story before. Off and on, I helped people dress up their houses, and I'd scare with them. And I had very good friends who were into Halloween, and they were in an HOA, homeowner association. I helped them out. So it's been quite a journey. Every year, though, all the friends that I had to listen to me bitch about stuff that was on the shelves. Go to Target, go to Walmart, go to Spirit Halloween, go to Spencer's, go wherever, Hobby Lobby, and I would go and pick something up that's Halloween related, and I'd bitch about it. Like, this thing's got too much glitter. They used the wrong kind of battery for this. They shouldn't have used the AG13 or CR2025. Blah blah. Why couldn't they have just put AAA? I constantly complained about. I had a blast, but I always complained about the architecture of stuff on the shelves. This thing's gonna break, or this isn't kid friendly, and blah blah blah. So, and this went on for years. And I was in a Target store here in Pensacola with a friend of mine who was pushing a buggy. And it was, sorry, I'm just laughing because I can remember this plain as day. And one of the people that constantly for years listened to me, but not really bitching, but they was just like apparently tired of it. But so I was picking stuff up and at Target, and a buddy of mine was a couple of rows over, could hear me because I have a big mouth. And then the next thing I heard, and I mean, this guy had a loud voice, said, why don't you start your own goddamn Halloween company? Because we're all tired of listening to this shit. And slammed the buggy, picked the buggy up, slammed it on the ground, scared the bejesus out of everybody. And he was bitching. I was bitching too. But literally, right after he said that, laughed about it because, like I said, all these people for years have heard talking about just critiquing stuff, I guess is the best word. And I literally, in the middle of this Target in the Halloween aisle, probably in the beginning of October, had an epiphany. Literally, a for real, no shit epiphany. I stood there silent, my jaw on the ground, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to stop doing IT, stop doing web design, stop doing all the stuff that I've been doing for years, building computers, fixing computers, teaching computers, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I'm going to do what I want to do. I want to have some fun. I want to change what I'm doing and do Halloween because I've had a passion for it, just like my parents. And the rest of the night was an epiphany. It just kept going, and that began my foray into scouring the globe on uh, how much Halloween makes and who does it and who are the prime people and this, that, and the other, and how does it work and where does it come from and blah. And I literally spent several years after that quote unquote epiphany researching everything and meeting as many people as I could and going to the conventions I could and still going to um, uh, Halloween Horror Nights, but then venturing out to the as many of the top 10 haunts as I could that were out at the time and going over more to House of Shock and then going branching to Netherworld and then North Alabama, South Florida, blah, blah, blah. So that's my quickie story about what type of haunter stuff I've been doing for the past 15 years. Like I said, for me, it's been lifelong with Halloween, but that is where that started. And of course, to make money, I still was doing the IT stuff and working for this company, working for that company, telecommuting for Linden Labs in San Francisco, and blah, 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 blah. So anyway, that's my short, long-winded story about literally having the epiphany moment for when I wanted to dive balls in to all of this and wouldn't look back at all.
That's a hell of a good story, though.
Well, thank you. That's a crazy ass story, and I swear to God, every ounce of it is true. If you ever find yourself being screamed at in Target, and then all of a sudden it creates an epiphany in Target during October, then you know something's up. So,
Oh, Mark.
fuck you.
Mark's the roasting,
dude.
over here.
It's not that I can't get it. That's fine. It's not I can't get it to work. It's just it's not even that. It's me being too lazy to do it the way it should be. I'll even roast myself harder than you roast me. It's not that I can, Mark. It's just I'm a lazy ass and don't wanna. But I know I need to. But yeah, thanks, Mark. It's a story I've told many times at this point. So, and I'll tell it until my last breath.
I remember it had to be about 8 years ago. You and I really busted our asses for a while on something. We never even actually promoted it. You back when the Haunter map was not a big thing. We were making an interactive map of all the haunts. It was pretty cool. It was gonna have listings for people. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And then it kind of turned into this in a more roundabout way, I guess. But
well, and once again, even back then, there was just a lot going on. A lot of ideas that now it is weird. Other people kind of inadvertently picked up the torch, but you know what's interesting? Facebook kind of took over. You can do searches on Facebook and find a lot of people, which I don't understand. A lot of people just don't like websites, and I don't get it. And there's still things to be done that are not being done that you and I think now that this experiment is doing so well, there's a lot more ambition, to do things that, including setting fire to post-COVID haunts. I'm kidding.
Oh man.
But it's a mingling with me. It's a mingling of procrastination and just going like, is this going to work? And this, that, and the other. And, we've said it before many times that it's interesting that a pandemic finally jump-started something pretty cool.
Really did. Really kicked us in the ass because we're like, yeah, we finally have time to sit down and focus on it. And ever since then, it's been like at least once a day we're going over something for like 3 or 4 hours. And it's crazy to think about how much work we put into this that I don't even really think about as work because it's actually fun stuff. So it's awesome. Hey Barbie, how are you doing?
Hey, Barbie, how are you doing? Welcome to the chat. I'd like to say that Danny has a very serious question.
I saw
Indy and
this.
James, yes. How much? How much do you vape?
uh,
Also, where did you come up with the name Hard Anonymous? I zero vape.
I as well zero vape.
Because I don't smoke. I also, I just don't vape. You know what? I'm not even going to be mean about it. I don't. Your lungs aren't designed for that kind of shit, regardless. So, there you go. And now the name Haunters Anonymous, can't remember when. How did we come up with that? I'm literally getting old, so James has to answer that part.
I think I came up with it one day and I just like, hey, what about this name? Because this was before we even had like we were even really jumping into the podcast stuff. Because I originally did, I believe I did have the hauntersanonymous.com. Like I got that before we did anything.
I think you're right. I think you are right. I think that's why. Yep. Yeah. No,
and we were working on the other project, and I was like, "Hey, well, what about this?" And because I was like, it's pretty unique, and we just jumped on it and just kind of went with it, and it's just kind of always stuck with us. I don't know, and it's the whole thing has just been a giant, like, mashing of our minds together, and it's kind of terrifying, but also really exciting to watch at the same time.
Your strewn. What's a strewn, Mark? Your strewn crashes on your iPad. Oh, stream. God.
Start all over.
I was like,
do it again.
Well, you'll just have to listen to it at the whatever minute mark. Another question: what is your ultimate goal in Haunters Anonymous? Money, fame, stars? Stars.
So many, all the stars.
All the stars.
We don't even get stars.
Yeah, we don't.
Go ahead.
Well, Danny, I'm because I want James' answers too, and then Barbie will answer your question. The ultimate goal in Haunters Anonymous is what's going on right now. Making good friends, making new friends, enjoying and having fun with old friends who have been on this journey with us through drama and here. You never say no to money, but we're also not out to bangerang anybody for it, because right now the people that are the most important are the people that are here and that we've known forever and having a good time.
Yeah, seriously.
That's my answer. And
my answer is exactly exactly the same. It's not it's not about money. It's just about having fun and connecting people and introducing people to the haunts they might not know about, or special effects artists that they've never heard of that have some really unique thing, which we're getting into, by the way. There's going to be more special effects artists on our show. So yeah, it's just for fun, and of course stars, always stars. But no, it's just for fun. Like, you guys are so much fun to hang out with and talk to and interact with. It's a good time.
Yeah, and if it does and probably will develop into something bigger, that's fine too. But the core of it will never change. I mean, if it starts getting where you guys and gals can't have fun and we're not having fun, then whoop, it'll just get all shifted around and come back to the old school.
Yeah.
And then when we can start making stars, that'd be great. I'm kidding.
Anyone that was ever in the drama group knows it's just for fun. Like
It's totally
everything. We just screw around and like tonight and Sunday, there are the informative nights, and then we have our Friday night, which is like our usual behavior. It's just the chaos. It's still fun. Every night is fun. I'm never like, oh, I don't want to do it. It's always like I get amped up to do it.
You're hour 6 on a Friday.
Yeah,
I'm like, Barbie, to answer your question, curious about Hunters Anonymous. What do you do exactly? What you're in it. This is what we do. Hunters Anonymous, it's been around for a while. It's just picking up steam. You probably heard that part. It is literally about making connections, keeping connections, having a blast, bringing on guests, like James said, vendors and haunted attraction owners and home haunt owners, giving them a spotlight, asking them questions. We learn, they learn, everybody else learns. Primarily, though, it is about having a good time, and that's what it is. And we are unbiased. We have very few rules. You don't, there's no racism. There's no sexism. You have as much fun as you want, as long as you are not actively poking and prodding at somebody else. This is not, we don't do politics. We don't do religion. If you want to come on here and complain about a haunt, you can do that. You can complain about people, but you just don't make it personal. So 13 Skeletons, do you have day jobs?
Yay!
Yeah. What? Wait,
Yeah.
What happened?
It was an answer to yes and yay.
Oh, 13, I don't work for a company. I have kind of, I up until last October, I was actually working for a mom and pop boat mechanic shop here in town. Through a course of events and this, that, and the other, I left there. I've been doing side job IT stuff since I know how to do it, and I've kept up with all that. So I kind of work for myself. I'm very fortunate to be able to do that. Jessica, you need a new haunt home? We can help you with that. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Let us know. Send us a message if you need to. We know people.
We know some folks.
I do programming, so that's my exciting day, and it's always sporadic and never consistent. But
just like my haircuts. Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. So Danny says, so like you want to be the Orlando Informer of the haunt world? No, there's people that do that stuff. We want to be, well, Orlando Informers also, they're formal. I mean, they could never do what we do. You would never have a after dark, or you'd never have an Orlando Informer after dark, because they would not. Plus, that's a company. They're out to make money. They're out to be informative, and it's a good group of people. But you would not have a Friday night with that team where they're like, they're, Harry Potter can stick it up his butt. No, you couldn't do that. So, unless you poke and prod at me, that's encouraged. Ha ha. MD was retired, not quite.
Pokes and prods, Mark. Yes.
Lord have mercy, Barbie.
Yes, encouraged.
Oh, Barbie. Well, welcome back to the haunt world. All right, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Jessica.
Let me see if our guest is having issues. Doesn't send me anything, but I sent him the link. Bruh. Also, you'll notice our live streams are very off the cuff. Like we're not scripted by any means. There may be nights where we're like super prepared with stuff, but other than that, it's just like we're hanging out with you guys and we do all the talking.
But we also, like I said, we encourage anybody that is with us right now. If you want to get in on the audio conversation, just let us know. If it's a night like Friday nights are the most perfect night ever. We can accommodate up to 100 people in audio chat. Oh my God. Nights like tonight where we may or may not have a guest come on. If we think they're canceling, we just, hey, come on aboard. It's almost a free for all.
Pretty much.
You know, in a good way.
Very casual.
Super casual. Like I said, there's not mentioning names, but there are some podcasts for haunted attractions and so forth and so on, and live streams, and they're kind of a bit they're nice, but they're hoity-toity. You know what I mean? They're kind of hoity-toity. And you say the wrong thing and you're banned forever. And
Yeah.
we our rules are set. Don't be mean to people. Don't bash people personally. I mean, you can make fun of somebody, but don't knock religion or sexual preference or politic preferences or don't be a bully. Don't be a bully. So
be excellent to each other.
Be excellent to each other.
Let's see. Oh yeah, they're talking about Creepy Hollow Woods in GA, Florida. Feel like we know somebody from there.
Somebody semi-important. Just kidding.
All right, I am checking on our guests, so I'm not I'm not ignoring anybody or anything. Trying to make sure he can get in with no issue. Did we miss any questions, by the way?
I don't think so. I'm having to do two quick things at once. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Barbara Nelson. Let's see. Barbara, are you at Creepy Hollow? Is that what you mean? I needed a job of some sort in this industry. There are places that hire that actually pay. Oh, I got you. And then Mark says he's going to try to, dude, Mark, if you wait a minute, Mark, are you saying you're going to try to make it up to Creepy Hollow this year?
I think that's what he was saying.
Oh, well, holy crap. I'll know who to hide from then. Let's see here.
The tallest man in the room.
Yeah, I'm going to be like, oh my God.
How high is up? Just high enough.
Let's see. Now, Danny's saying, MD, tell us about your own Halloween stuff. How much time do you spend getting ready for October? That's easy, Danny. 24/7, 365. Halloween is never ends in my house. As far as starting to build like on property, last year I decided I really didn't want to push it in September. So I literally started October 1st. But I had a game plan and I had everything that I needed, which that's also all the time. My house is Halloween inside and out. James got a little tiny itty bitty taste of some of the folks that are constantly watching out of some of the windows today,
which was awesome, by the way.
I have a very long stretch of sidewalk that goes in front of my property And I guarantee you that even people have been past the house multiple times, always look over to see if something's changed, or they'll point out something to a friend of theirs if they're walking, never seen it. So Halloween is 24/7, 365 in my house. But as far as when I start building on property, meaning outside of the house or around the house, I try not to do it. Maybe like in the last week of September. It depends on what I'm gonna do. Yes, Danny. Actually, James and I talked about that. The question is, would you ever give us a virtual tour of your home haunt? Yeah, we've got some surprises, and I could tell you a few things. That's gonna definitely be on the agenda. Live streaming,
Yeah.
will be on the agenda. Um, I definitely I'm almost still pretty sure I probably won't be venturing out to any haunts even local this year, but I absolutely 110% plan to trick or treat. I'm coming up with a method to actually be able to dispense candy, and not make it look like I'm dispensing candy, because I don't want to get close to your germ engine child. I'm kidding. Uh, but yeah, so that's on my agenda. I'm going to make sure that I'm ready for trick or treat tours. I'm going to put it out to the whole town that I'm here. And if nobody else is going to do it, then if I have 5,000 children come to my house, then I'm going to make sure that those kids get candy in a very safe environment and away from me. German engines. I'm opening up a dispensary. Yeah.
I just, as a matter of fact,
Wonk.
I took a picture I was going to send to you earlier, but we were on the phone, and I didn't want to mess up the signal since you were out not at your house. I got all kinds of good, fun stuff for my Arduino stuff. I had all kinds of new sensors and switches and drive motors. So there's going to be some pretty cool stuff coming. Oh, somebody's knocking. Let's see who it is.
Oh.
All right, let's do this.
Barbie, I do. Oh.
Oh, there he is.
What's up, you guys?
What's up, man?
Hey, what is up?
Simple, man. Another day in paradise.
All right, so
Are you in the engine? Are you in the engine room of a large vessel?
Yes.
for
I want to say it would not surprise.
for anybody that doesn't know, we have Jay Woodley, Woodley Special Effects, The Walking Dead. What the name of your current venture is?
Mainly Old Town tours, and I've worked on Stranger Things and Alien Covenant and Pacific Rim 2 and all kinds of crazy shit.
Nice.
So we got Jay Woodley here, folks. Good friend, special effects artist, the dude of many dudes. Sound weird, but
I'm a stuntman now too, apparently.
you were doing what?
I'm a stuntman now too, apparently.
Oh, stuntman, huh?
Yeah, I've been doing stunts for 2 years now.
Nice. I wasn't even aware of that one.
No, I've been so reclusive on Facebook the last year. I don't really post much of what I do anymore.
See, everybody knows Jay Woodley. Like everybody in chat right now is like, I know Jay.
That's weird. Hi everybody.
Are you are you still using Woodley Special Effects on Facebook, or?
I am. I'm hardly on there right now.
Do you want me to share the other one?
Yeah, go ahead and share Melee, because like that's the main one that I communicate on. Woodley Special Effects, like that's just up there for clients now.
All right.
And like the last like 20 or 30 projects I've done, like they don't want me posting anything. and it's all been like high end, like non-disclosure agreement stuff. Some of it was with Halloween Horror Nights, actually.
Yeah. Yep.
I probably shouldn't have said that, but
Nah, you're
oh
fine. You didn't say anything about what it was, so you're good.
No, but if you look at the Melee page, I can give you a good hint of where some stuff come from last year.
Well, now you're crossing some lines. I don't know.
Yeah, but I didn't cross the streams.
There
Now
you
I
go.
crossed.
All right, I got that. I want to pin the link so everybody knows where to go to like your page.
Yeah, make sure you know they're not easily offended and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No,
we can assure you.
they're these are our After Dark followers for the most part. So we're on our normal like casual night. Our After Dark one is Friday night. That's one you should be on because you can go full steam ahead on a Friday night.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I might do that this Friday if I can get my trainee to hold the camera while I do my tours.
There you go.
Oh, sweet.
I can even pull your stream and just share it on here too.
Oh, that'd be awesome. We have a bachelorette party happening Friday night.
Well,
And
maybe not share the
it's gonna
video,
get
but
fun. Like the last one, I did the live feed and I forgot that I was doing things I shouldn't be doing on Facebook.
nice.
And it's a miracle they didn't flag the page.
I was watching the one it was like a couple nights ago, or it was like a couple streams ago. The guy came out and was like, "What the hell's going on here?" And he's like, "What fresh hell is this?" You're like, "We're Ghostbusters." And the guy is just like fucking like he's so weird. I was like, "Oh, man, that's brilliant."
That's St. Augustine every weekend. Like usually the fun ones are usually around 11, 12 o'clock at night. We'll walk around and I'll try to unwind from my activities from the tours before. And it's just Ghostbusters, you know, walking down these weird dark alleys and people are trying to sober up so they can drive and stuff. And out of nowhere, there's Ghostbusters smoking a joint.
Man, I can't tell you how happy I am to have you on here finally.
Yeah, I'm
Absolutely.
really honored to be here, guys. Sorry it's taken so long. There's just been so much going on.
Oh yeah, no, I
You're
know.
a busy
man.
man.
That's like we had somebody ask us to go on their show, and this was like 2 weeks ago, and it's like we do so much on this one now that the time in between the shows is spent all on everything for the show.
Like when I'm not doing the story times, and like now that we're reopened again, doing story times is kind of hard now. And then Woodley Special Effects was able to reopen because we found a loophole in the whole COVID crisis.
Mm.
And that's taken up 90% of my time. Luckily with tours, all I have to do is be a Ghostbuster and party.
Well, that one tour was really cool that I watched you doing when you were talking about the two bro dudes.
Oh man, like that actually happened. Like that is a true story.
Yeah, that was interesting. That was a cool.
Oh, that was the weirdest thing ever. Like when that happened, I was drunk as shit. And like I do all my tours in the bathtub because we figured out whatever we're in the bathtub or whatever I'm in the bathtub, the K2 meter spikes. And we checked out the wiring and everything. There's nothing around the bathtub to make the K2 go off, but anytime someone's in the bathtub, it'll spike. And for whatever reason, probably because I drink whiskey like it's going out of style, George Cooley likes me. So every time we do something up in that bar, usually something small happens. But that was the first time we had a big thing happen. And like I would have jumped out of the bathtub and tried to help the guys that fell down the stairs, but I almost fell asleep in the bathtub because I got cozy. I was down for the count that night. Then we had the stream where I ended up in my tour group's hotel room. That was Rob's first night doing a tour by himself because my tour ran late. And we ended up, Rob sent me a text and was like, cut the stream, there's boobs. And I'm like, yeah, oh my God, I'm live.
That's awesome. I missed that one, damn it.
Oh, like Rob flagged it. He went in and like tried to cut it out and then he reported it. And then I ended up going back and deleting it. And I'm like, oh God, I wish I could leave that up. Like no one's going to believe this happened. He's like, oh, I'll vouch for you. He's like, I don't know what's worse. He's like, you running around drunk off your ass or the stuff that happens afterwards. And I'm like, dude, if you saw half the party tours I did last year and like how I got the reputation as party boy of St. Augustine, like you would not talk to me.
Oh, that's so cool.
And I
man.
mentor both as kids, which is like an even wilder thing.
I remember the first time I saw you on The Walking Dead when you were. It was shit. I don't remember the episode,
Right?
but I paused it and I'm like, hey, I know him. I was like, what? I was like, yeah, that's Jay. She goes, oh, okay, because I'm like, yeah, fucking, I know somebody that's on here.
Like I'm in 7, 8 episodes before that episode airs. And everyone notices me shucking corn, and I posted thumbnails the entire time of like me in season 8 in Sanctuary, me running through the camp, and when they're working on the bridge and everything. I can't say what character I'm doing stunts for, but there's a lot of times on the show I'm not me,
Yeah.
and that's God, I can't wait for like the show to end so I can come out and show the hundreds of pictures I have of me in different costumes. But like the shucking corn one, that's the one everyone picks on me about. And like the whole backstory behind that was like we switch over, we do the time jump, I get put to Hilltop. And like we did this whole like storyline about how Daryl was growing corn so Eugene could make gasoline, and we now had a full fleet of motorcycles that would go out and scout. And they abandoned that whole storyline. They never really talked about the corn. They just showed like that one scene in the cornfield. And as we're doing the Hilltop stuff, the PA is like, all right, so of my surviving saviors, who was in the cornfield the most? And everyone pointed at me, and I'm like, I guess I'm your guy. I filmed like 5 scenes there. And he was like, cool. And he brings me over the table, hands me a basket of corn, and he's like, you're shucking corn. And that was like a 9-hour day of just me shucking corn over and over and over again.
Nice.
Like when it finally aired, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like I have actual 7 seconds of FaceTime. Normally I'm just in the background somewhere doing something. That was like the first time the camera was like right up on my face. And I was like, that's kind of cool. Not as good as the shots they didn't use, but it's still kind of cool. And if you look really carefully, Luke, when he comes out of the Barrington House doors, he's staring at my ass the entire time. Like if you look at my profile picture on my personal page, he's staring right at my butt.
That's awesome.
Maybe.
Well,
How come I can't see the chat?
because it's on our Facebook page. We're just using this for the audio.
Oh, gotcha. I'm gonna try to switch over. If you lose me, I'll be right back.
Your audio, you can like, you don't need the camera because I don't have the camera posted. It's just audio, so you can leave. He left the whole meeting.
Well,
Oh, Jay.
there you go. He'll be right back. He's gone. Has anybody got any questions for him when he gets back? This is Jay Woodley, damn it.
Yeah, Jay freaking Woodley.
He's probably got stories for days. Once again, they are probably like, after dark stories, but
yeah, I bet he has a lot of good after dark stories. Him and Jabby on one after dark night would be we would have to.
I would just sit back with some popcorn. The last time I physically saw Jay was at a Haunters. It was at HauntCon in. It was one of the few times it was in New Orleans.
Hmm.
And he had a table for the special effects.
Oh, he's back.
There.
And this is why I'm not allowed to use technology.
Oh my God.
Did you see that? Can you see the chat now?
I cannot. If I try, it'll go away. I need a new phone.
Okay. Yeah, it's weird. So we have one of your friends in here, apparently. Jessica Nova.
Oh, what's up, man?
Let's see. 13 Skeletons wants to know more about Jay Woodley.
Oh God, that's not creepy at all. Good thing I don't check Messenger. There might be some weird pictures in there later.
Well, 13, you should actually check out 13 Skeletons, the stuff that he does. They're so he has this like interactive front yard haunt setup. It's super cool. And obviously it involves 13 skeletons, so
Obviously. Goes without saying.
yeah, it's super cool. He's on Facebook too, so if you ever get around to go check out this stuff, it's like rhyming skeletons that do mischievous things. Pretty cool. He's in New Jersey, so I will probably be going up there this year since I'm not going to any haunts, because fucking COVID's gonna kill me if I catch it.
It's gonna be a weird year for haunts for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good question, Jay. What's your take on that, man? What do you think is going to happen in the haunted attraction scene this year?
I think it's gonna be the year of the home haunter.
Yep. That's what we said too.
Be shut down. I mean, you would think Halloween Horror Nights, like if they're actually going to do something this year, should have already had like 4 house announcements, maybe 2 or 3 scare zones, a theme.
Oh
like,
yeah.
We haven't heard anything, and it's June. Like we should be close to full reveal at this point.
Especially for 30.
Yeah, like I feel like they're probably going to cancel it at the last minute. I really don't see how they can pull anything off at this point. Like I don't know. And Busch Gardens, I think they've completely nixed it. Six Flags hasn't said anything to me. I talked to them in February about designing some stuff. Come April, when we were about to pull the trigger, they had nothing else to say about it because of COVID. So I don't think any of them are really going to do much of anything. And with social distancing, I mean, if they were going to do like a legit extreme haunt, like they've been planning for since Halloween Horror Nights started, this would be the year to do the actual extreme haunt.
Yeah.
But with political correctness and everything, it'll probably be like 9/11. They're going to have to retheme things so drastically not to offend anyone. Like, I really don't know how any of the big guys are going to pull it off this year.
Mm-hmm.
Netherworld.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Netherworld might. I know Dan Falpel from Creative Visions, my mentor. He's planning on doing Darkness and the Haunting at Limb Brewery. So I know he plans on those 2 being open in St. Louis.
Yeah, we talked to Jim from Field of Screams last week. I think it was like last Wednesday actually. He was on here, and they're opening, like they're gonna give it a go. So
I don't know. I'm hoping like maybe that'll bring Halloween back in the South. Like, it's so weird. For the past 2 years, I've gone up to Delaware for a client of mine. I do the makeup for the bosses of Shell Brothers homes. Like, they do an annual beer pong tournament. They fly me up every year to do their costumes and their special effects makeup. And like every year when we go up there, it's the weekend before Halloween, and there are literally thousands of kids running through Dewey Beach, Delaware, trick-or-treating at all the bars and stuff.
Oh yeah, dude,
Like,
it's huge up here. Like
it's weird.
It's great. I love it up here. Like that's like my favorite thing is being up here at a Halloween. It's so much different than Florida.
It's so weird. Like, well, Sonoy's kind of cool, where we film Walking Dead. It's cool to watch Halloween happen around there because you have like Norman Reedus in costume handing shit out at Nick and Norman's. Like, and there's actually people running around and stuff. But like down in Florida, like I think last year we had maybe 1 trick-or-treater come by.
Nice.
Oh, that kid was loving it, man. He got like 5 bags of candy.
That's awesome. Barbie wants to know how you got started. So how'd you get started, like overall, I suppose, like with you?
Oh God, I will give the simplified, condensed version as quickly as I can. I was 5 years old. My uncle was a special effects artist. He got me involved with a Creature from Black Lagoon. It scared the ever-loving crap out of me. Then he was like, oh no, it's just a guy in a costume. And I'm like, wait, you can make monsters? That's a job you can have? And I kind of got obsessed from there on out, started learning from my uncle. When I was 17, he got pancreatic cancer. He died very suddenly. couple years later, I stopped sulking, got off my butt, decided I was going to do something about it, started a special effects company off of a $20 bill my aunt gave me and a shoebox full of cheap leftover makeup from my aunts and sister. And I just kept it going from there. And then eventually that turned into like doing local zombie walks and stuff for like $2 a head on the trunk of my car to world-renowned special effects dude. Kind of gnarly.
That blood powder, man. I still love that blood powder.
Like I've got this gig next week in South Carolina, and they like asked me about it. They're like, "So I heard you have this stuff that you can put in eyes," and I was like, "Oh, I'm bringing like a pound of it. It's gonna be awesome." And like 1 pound of blood powder makes 390 gallons of blood.
Jeez.
So I'm just gonna douse everybody.
Mark wants to know, or I don't know where the hell this question came from, but he wants to know if you know Carlos Navarro.
That sounds really familiar.
He's on Monsters in the Morning.
I don't know him, but I met the other dude.
Oh
god, the other dude.
Russ Rollins?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've met him a few times when they were in Jacksonville. I kind of preferred them to Lex and Terry for a while.
Yeah. So is the official costume this year a Biohazard suit? Yeah, you know, it may be, but just because people have to wear them at some point.
It's gonna be Biohazard costumes or some weird Joe Exotic stuff.
Oh my God, Joe Exotic's gonna be everywhere.
You know, the great thing about the Joe Exotic costume, like you've seen my videos and stuff to know, you know, I dress like him all the time. I've done it for years. Like one of my nicknames is 84 because, you know, I dress like I fell out of a Poison music video.
Nice.
So I'm like, you know, I have a feeling I'm going to see a lot of people just wearing my clothes. And I launched a clothing company recently. And like we've already got hits for the clothing company for Halloween, wanting to know, you know, if I have leopard pants, if I have the shirt. And it's like, dude, I feel like I'm going to have a whole following of new people now.
Oh, Carlos Navarro is also an actor for The Walking Dead. That's the connection.
Walker or Whisperer?
Walker or Whisperer? I don't know why the hell I repeated that. He can fucking hear you.
I mean, you also have to think there's like literally, you know, like 4,000 people that have worked on the show. So like I know the big ones that like you see a lot around town and stuff and do a lot of promotions, like Oscar Red Hat, Brandon Stoker. When they went into the movie theater to steal the light bulb in season 9, Stoker's the guy with the giant beard. He looks like the Brawny Man. Like that's the best way to describe him. He's a giant muscly guy. He's like bobbing his head next to Diane and the King and Jerry as they're playing the music to fight to get the walkers to come out. Like it's the ones like that like do a lot of community service and give back to the fans. Like I know most of those guys, but the other ones, it's like I probably know them by face if I saw them, but name kind of hard.
Oh yeah, okay. So he said he thinks he was one of Negan's goon squad. So I guess Savior.
Oh God, there's like 900 of us. Like it's kind of weird. Like, oh dude, I have so many Savior stories. Like just that scene alone, the season 8 finale where all the guns blow up. There were literally 800 of us standing on that hilltop.
Nice.
And then when season 9 come around, we started filming season 9. There were only 35 of us that got brought back. And out of that 35, I was friends with like 15 of them because we film shit together all the time. So it's kind of hard to put names with faces, and it's complicated.
Yeah, I don't imagine like a radio DJ would really be any kind of special, like get any kind of special treatment at a film production in Georgia.
No, like we did an episode with Scotty, and it's like Scott Ian's been a walker like 4 or 5 times now. Nice. And there were maybe 5 of us that recognized him when he come up, and I only recognized him because of the damn goatee.
Yeah, that is a super recognizable goatee.
And then we had Nicotero, like he was a walker one day, talked to him all freaking day while he did his little guest appearance, and then had no idea I was talking to Nicotero. And I know Nicotero pretty well at this point. And like we go back to Nick and Norman's after filming and we're grabbing some beers. And he was like, yeah, so as I was saying earlier, and I was like, I haven't seen you all day. And he was like, you were talking to me at Crafty. And I'm like, oh, that's right, you were a walker today.
That's awesome, man. I'm sure there's so many freaking awesome stories from that set.
Oh, I have so many. Like my favorite, like I had a close-up shot. It was an establishing shot of me and another savior named Casey, and we're at the very top of the balcony at Sanctuary picking dead weeds. And it was supposed to be camera focuses on us and then pans down to Carol and the King. They cut us out and used the two crows flying over the sanctuary instead. And I was so devastated. And I'm like, oh my god, like we spent 2 hours filming this little 2-second clip of us just doing nothing. And every time we do it, we'd have to like pull the weeds out, reset the weeds, make sure everything was straight again, then do it over again, and then they cut it. And it's like, that was such a great scene. So like I eventually one night I got the gumption up and I asked Nicotero, hey, what happened to my establishing shot? And he was like, yeah, you're too distracting. You kept looking at the camera. And I was like, no, I was looking over the camera. He was like, no, you're looking right at me.
That's awesome. Were you involved at all with the last season?
Yes, I pop up when the Whispers attack Hilltop. I'm actually behind Daryl a few times, but it's so chaotic the way we filmed that. Like everyone's running everywhere. There's pyro going off. Like you can see me a few times. I have pictures of my hand pointing at the TV screen of where I'm at, but it happens so fast it's really hard to see me. But I'm wearing the same shit. I'm wearing the blue long sleeve shirt, have my hair pulled out in the man bun, and I'm wearing the BMX chest armor.
Ah, okay. I think I've only seen probably 5 or 6 episodes out of that season.
It was such a strong season. I can't wait to see the finale. Like that hospital scene is going to be like some Game of Thrones shit.
That's awesome, man. Yeah,
like,
Mark, not everybody's fucking 6'5", all right? Calm down.
Oh no! Oh, that's one of my the first time I saw Jeffrey Dean Morgan, I thought he'd be so much bigger in person. Like we were filming the season 8 finale, and we're like marching up, and we're going to film the scene, and I see him, and it's like my 30th birthday, so I'm super excited, and I'm like, oh my god, there's Negan, and I don't know if you've seen the pictures, but I had the Savior's crest tattooed on my chest, like. I have loved Negan since he came in the comics. I was like, me wanting to be on the show was I had to be a savior. So I see Negan for the first time, and I'm like, holy shit, Jeffrey Dean has chicken legs. And then I get closer to him, and I'm like, holy shit, we're the same height. And for some reason, I thought he was like 6'3", 6'4", and he's like 5'11", 6 foot even, maybe, depending on what Wicker story is coming out of.
Oh, damn.
But he's such a nice guy, man. Like, there's only like one person on the show that's not very nice. I won't say who she is, but she's kind of miserable.
Yep. See, Danny. So he's short with chicken legs, but he's really nice. So the personality makes up for the chicken legs and the height issue.
Well, no, it's like the first time I met Hugh Jackman. Like it was the same thing. Like he's a kind of tall, lanky guy, but he's got chicken legs. I just expected Jeffrey Dean to be this giant, hulking guy, and he's not. He's like my size.
If there's anybody I want to hang out with, it's Jerry.
Oh, dude, Cooper is such a nice guy.
He seems like it. I've seen him in a couple other things, and he always kind of just has that that personality that I think his acting is really just a reflection of who he is.
And he's such a big dude. You ever notice on the show, you never see him get on the horse.
Yeah.
He needs a step stool.
I'm right there with him.
Like it was kind of funny to watch the first time. Like they pull out this special set of stairs so he can get up on the horse. And I'm like, that's why you never see him mount and dismount.
Mark said, "Who could just say the first time I met fucking Wolverine?" Oh well,
Dude,
Jay can.
I live an interesting life, man. I get to do some cool stuff sometimes.
Yeah, that is awesome, man.
And like he was a really nice guy. I met him at MegaCon by accident, like when I was doing the Mega Chronicles. Like he just happened to be at MegaCon doing something for Universal.
Nice.
And he like come by my booth because he saw the Wolverine makeup I did like the day before. So he come by to see who did the makeup, and he was like, "Mate," and I'm not doing an accent, but just imagine Australian accent. He's like, "Mate, you could charge a lot more for this." And I'm like, "Yeah, dude, but when you pay $75 for a ticket plus the food plus $5 for a soda, like, I'm not here to price gouge." That's probably why I'm not as rich as Nicotero.
So here's, I'm saying it right now. I am sending Woodley a button. So now there's 9 buttons and some stickers.
I appreciate it.
Then you can rep Haunters Anonymous on all your awesome journeys.
Oh, dude, and that's like a cool thing. Yeah, I've gotten to go coast to coast for like autograph signings and stuff now, and like that's one of the most surreal things I think I've done yet. Like next to meeting Rico Browning and like Rico Browning and I becoming friends. And Doug Hobart, if you're familiar with like the old ghost spook shows and like the exploitation films of the 60s and 70s,
Yeah.
Doug Hobart, like he's done some really crazy stuff. And when I met him, he like gave me his phone number. And like he's like in his 80s at the time, I think, almost 90. And he like gives me his phone number and he's like, "May I have yours? And I'll call and check on you from time to time." And I'm like, "All right, this dude's never gonna call me." And then like 3 days later, he calls and like asks what projects I'm working on and has me like email him pictures and stuff. And like Rico Browning like calls me kid now.
Yeah, who just randomly is like, "Hey, I'm gonna go talk to my buddy, Rico Browning." It's cool.
No, it's like I don't want to be like Ron Jeremy and like name drop, but like it's just so freaking surreal. Like I went to I'm a huge wrestling fan. So December I went to the WWE holiday show in Jacksonville, and I'm standing outside with some friends of mine smoking a cigarette, and we're talking about just wrapping up The Walking Dead season 10, and I'm like, "Yeah, so this happens," and like Norman walks up, and I'm like, and this guy's like, "Wait a second, Norman Reedus?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, Norman Reedus." And this kid's just like jaw dropped, just like, "Wait a second, who are you and what the hell do you do?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's right. This is weird for everybody else."
I only have one like semi cool story, and that was at the it was called the FX show. It was at the Florida Fairgrounds. And I was 19, I think. And I was still smoking at the time. And none of my other friends smoked, so I'm like, "Ah, fuck it. I'm gonna go out." So I went. It was at the fairgrounds. Then it's like outdoor booths with like the cover over it, and then you just have to like walk out. So I walked out and I started smoking. I'm standing there, and fucking George Romero comes out. This dude is tall as shit, first of all, and he's like, "Hey." I'm like, oh, what do you mean, hey? And he just starts smoking, and we're just standing there. I'm like bullshitting with George Romero or fucking smoking. And then
was he drunk?
He may have been, dude. I was too fucking awestruck to even like be like, this fucking George Romero's hanging out here. That's cool. That was the best cigarette of my life. I stopped smoking, of course, so I can now always say that was my greatest convention time, was just randomly, because he was there signing stuff for people. And he just was like fucking gets up and goes, and we were off to the side a little bit, so it was amazing. And I was like, "This is fucking cool."
Oh, he was a nice guy, man. Like I met him when he came to Jacksonville for a screening, and like I almost didn't get to meet him. Like his people reached out to Kylie Carnage when she was still alive, and she was trying to run all of my stuff from California. So like 2 days later, she like calls me and she's like, "Oh, by the way, George Romero sent you an email. You might want to call the Florida Theater." And I'm like, yes, I should probably do that. So got to go and actually like do a zombie makeup for him. Got to talk to him a little bit, and like he walks up and like you said, tall as all hell. walks up, lights a cigarette, and then hands me a glass of scotch. And I'm like, thank you. And like the whole night, he's just like talking to people, pounding back drinks. And I'm like, dude, this is the life.
Yeah, dude, I'm 6'4", right? And like I don't know exactly how tall he is, but he's just so skinny and like lanky that he just seemed like a damn like giant. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't know you were really this tall. Like I knew you were tall, but damn.
No, like, the only one that I haven't got to meet yet, like on a personal level, I want to meet is Bill Murray because he keeps fucking with me. Like, Bill Murray has been fucking with me for 10 years now. And he does that shit on purpose.
That sounds a lot like Bill Murray. I
hope I get to the point where I can be a crazy old man in my career because like he makes it look so much fun.
Mark, I'm 6'4", not 6'2", you ass. Yeah, speaking of Murray, I'm working on getting somebody else on this show that you and I are both friends with. Fairly famous. Robin.
Oh, dude, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I'm gonna see if I can get her and Sean on here.
I'm sure they'd do it.
Yeah, I'm sure they would. She's always she always wishes me happy birthday and everything. Like she's so fucking cool.
Oh, dude, I built a proton pack for like 3 years ago. I have yet to be able to give her. Like, yeah. Tim Lawrence helped me build it. Like, I told him I was gonna do it, and that was when I made friends with him. You know, he played one of the Scolari brothers, did a lot of special effects makeup, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna build Robin a Slimer pack from Real Ghostbusters because I think she'd like it. And he was like, yeah, you need to make it like quarter kid size because she's a tiny lady. So like he helped me do the dimensions and everything, and it's been sitting in my shed for like 2 or 3 years now, just waiting for the chance to give it to her.
That's awesome. I told her a long time ago I was gonna send her these packs because I've got the original Ghostbusters 2-packs that have her Slimer in it, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta send you some. She sent me your address and everything, and I totally flaked. I flaked on Robin Shelby. No big deal.
Oh, it happens. Like when the Lady Slimer toys come out, when the girl movie come out, I bought like 3 of everything and like mailed her everything, and I had the wrong address. I got never deliver mail when you're drunk. I sent it off, and like eventually she got it, and I'm like, oh my god, like she's like, yeah, you were off by like 2 digits, and I'm like, sorry, man, got kind of nervous, had to get drunk to send mail to Robin Shelby, because that's my life.
Mark.
Yeah, you flash forward years later, I'm hanging out like Norman Reedus and shit, and I'm getting nervous of sending Slimer packages.
Well, it's just because she's so awesome.
No, she is. Like, she is so sweet, and like it was so hard for her to keep quiet about her involvement in the reboot.
Yeah.
Like, oh man.
We met through the drama group, actually, Mark.
Yes.
Jay was also a member of Halloween Horror Nights drama.
Yeah, like, that's how I met all you guys. Like Dawson, Fox, like.
Yep.
Or no, there was a group before that, and then drama got started because we all got kicked out of that group.
There was that's right. There was a group before. That's how I found the drama group. I think.
Oh my god, what was the name of that damn group?
Because like we all kept calling everyone White Knights, and that's when we all started talking about the turkey legs and shit.
Yeah.
God, thank God Jay remembers this shit.
I totally forgot about that, man.
Because like I was a member of Chainsaw Wolf, and then I was part of Charles's thing for a while, and then there was the HHN Rumors thing. I think Charles started that.
Yeah. I can't remember what it was, dude. Oh, hey, Mom.
Hey, Helen.
Yeah, so Mark's daughter's name, her initials are basically going to be Egon.
Nice. Oh, man, that new movie is going to be badass.
I know, like, I'm so bummed.
I was so pissed they kicked it back.
So bummed it got moved back.
Well, for our tours, we started the 3D print like 2 days ago, so I think it has like another 17 or 18 hours to print. We found the schematics for the new Ecto goggles. Have you seen those yet?
Yeah. Yep.
like the ones with the Polaroid camera.
Yep.
So we're gonna do a thing on our tours now where like all of our tour groups get a picture from the Ecto goggles of their group, and I'm gonna rig up the lens so Slimer's in the picture with everybody.
Nice.
Dude, I can't wait
Awesome.
for like Sony to finally be like, yeah, we got to buy your tour company out. Like, I am so glad like I'm a part of Ghost Corps and Sony's aware of what we're doing. Like, we've been Ghost Corps certified since like Ghost Corps started, and like I wrote them and was like, hey, before someone tries to report us, is this cool with you guys? And because of COVID and everything, they're like, whatever you have to do to keep your business alive, no big deal. And I'm like, awesome. Once all this shit blows over, they're gonna sue me.
Well, just have as
Like-
much fun with it as you can now, you know?
Oh, definitely. Like right now, like the main thing, I wanted to do the whole party thing, just like that, living Motley Crue's The Dirt in real life. Cause I'm kind of that guy all the time. Like I've had people like come down to Jacksonville just to have vacations with me so they could pub crawl with me. And that's how I got into the tour thing. Like I love St. Augustine. I hang out there all the time when I'm not busy. So we started doing the tour thing, and then Rob was like, hey, let's just do our own thing. That way we don't have to get paychecks, we can just get paid. And I'm like, dude, that's great, let's do that. And then the shutdown happened, so we needed a way to stay afloat. And I'm like, dude, every time I suit up in the Ghostbusters shit, people pay attention, so let's just do ghost tours as Ghostbusters and see where it goes. Then our regular clientele started coming back, or the people that just come down to party with me. So then it become Ghostbusting party tours. And we do full service party packages and stuff like bachelorette parties, birthdays, stuff like that. So we have a bachelorette party coming out, I think this week. We're trying to sell them on their own custom liquor package. I have built a slime blower that you can fill the tank with alcohol.
Nice.
So, and I have the ectoplasm rum runner recipe from Universal. So I'm like, dude, we can just run around with slime blowers on our back for this one and just pour the girls drinks. And then eventually we'll have a wet t-shirt contest. It'll be awesome.
Thanks for hanging out, Barbie. Yeah, thanks for following also. Appreciate it. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, man, appreciate it.
So yeah, when they brought back ecto coolers, I froze a few of them and I stuck one in a glass and then just filled the glass with a
Oh yeah,
crystal head.
send me a picture of it.
Yeah, dude, it was so good. It was so damn good. So simple too.
Oh, dude, like I wish I would have been that smart. Like I went to the movie theater and bought 5 cases.
I still
And, like,
have a couple, I think, kicking around that I refuse to drink.
Oh, my girlfriend at the time, like, I thought she was gonna kill me. Like, I had just got a really stupid, crazy paycheck from a job I did, and I went to AMC and bought like a shit ton of Ecto coolers. Like, that was my thing, and she was like, "Why?" I'm like, "That I'm never gonna have this again, probably." Which it will be out next year now.
Yeah.
It was supposed to drop in July. I think they pushed it back to next year. Oh, have you found the toys yet? Because that's been like a giant fiasco.
Yeah, actually, as a matter of fact, my mom found Slimer and Stay Puft at Walmart. And she completely ripped them off from some guy that was walking down the aisle. He's like, "Hey, I was gonna buy those." She just walked off.
Oh, my dad works at Walmart, and I was like, "Dad, you got to find these. You got to get them for me." And he found Stay Puft and Slimer, and like, I really want Ray. That's like the one I can't find anywhere.
Yeah.
I have very vivid memories of getting that thing when I was a kid. And I don't know if you know this, like I have 5 congenital heart defects, and I had a corrective surgery, my first corrective surgery when I was 3. And my dad gave me the original Ray stands to kind of deal with the doctors poking and prodding on me. So I'm like, dude, I gotta have Ray. I was like, I gotta have a new one that's still got nice paint and its accessories, and it's not all messed up from years of abuse and love.
Yeah, I still have a lot of them I still have the originals packaged. I'm missing 2 of the monsters. I've got the Hunchback and I have the werewolf like on cards still. Actually the werewolf isn't even punched.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Those are in my glass case. And I have a ton of the original ones that like are just loose. Like
See,
just
I have all the ones from when I was a kid. They got a lot of love.
oh yeah, these are still
I have a nephew now, and yeah, my nephew's 8, and by the time I think he was 5, he opened most of my box stuff, and I really couldn't be mad.
no
Like he
yeah.
was just so into it, and he tried to play with my, the ones from my childhood, and I'm like, nope, you're a reckless child, you'll break them.
Right?
So I
Egon's
went
freaking
over-
tie, man.
Oh, dude, I can't believe I never broke the tie on mine.
That thing, everyone is like broke. It's ridiculous.
No, I tried to get a buddy of mine to make a 3D file for the tie.
Nice.
I was like, dude, I'm gonna cast one in fucking bronze, so it never breaks ever.
Yeah, I really impressed with the quality of the these repos. They're really nice.
Oh, they were so well done. I didn't realize until I did a comparison of the Stay Puft. It's a whole new mold. The new Stay Puft is actually thinner than the old one.
Yeah, I've got the old Stave Puff in my room, and I have the new ones now on my wall. But yeah, there's definitely some discrepancy. But he looks so good, and the quality of the cards. Oh my god.
Well, the cool thing with the cards is like there's no digital transfers of the original packaging art. So if you look at the back of the card with like the actual photographs of the toys, you can see the haze in the pictures where they use scans from the original cards.
Hmm.
My buddy Jason Ludi pointed that out to me a couple days ago because like he's a digital printer by trade, or he's a printer by trade. So he's like, yeah, look, this is because of this. And I'm like, dude, I was just stoked to have a packaged real Ghostbusters toy on the shelf at Walmart. And like the props they put out, like Walmart has this 2 of the spirit props now. They have the PKE meter and the ghost trap, and the ghost trap Walmart has the pedal attached to it.
Yeah, I've got the
It's
PKE meter also.
Oh, dude, they were so like you couldn't beat it for $20. Like that's the gear we use. Like, and I had the Matty Collector PKE, but like going around St. Augustine and like taking pictures with the kids and stuff, I can hand them the PKE and go, here, hold this, look busy. And they'll play with it and it'll do the beeps and whistles and stuff. And it just blows their mind. Like we had a kid on the ghost tour a couple weeks ago that it kept going off and she thought there was a ghost everywhere and she kept running around and
It's awesome.
dude, it was magic.
That is awesome, man. Yeah. The like I'm just so thoroughly impressed with the quality of them. Like just
Well, I hope they do more. Like the way the Star Wars retro series is going, I really hope Hasbro goes just the full gamut on everything. Maybe give us some of the Ectoglow heroes or the unreleased stuff Kenner never got to. Like that'd be badass.
Oh, Jessica
love
said
how
you're the first person to put a brush in her son's hand. That's pretty awesome.
You put a brush in your son's hand?
You were the first one to put a brush in her son's hand.
I did? Oh, it's Jess.
Yeah, stay
Oh.
with me here, Woodley.
I can't see the chat. Sorry. Oh, dude, like it was great. Like I'm doing a makeup class, Halloween Express, and Leland was like, oh god, he was like months old at this point, and I had her put the get her Yoda backpack, so I strapped it to my chest and I taught the makeup class with him on me.
That's awesome.
Hey, I'll just be real about it. Jay was trying to get laid, and that kid's cute as hell.
Well, oh,
But,
that's
yeah,
funny.
I let him hold the brush and do some stuff. I think we painted him like a kitty or something. Like he had whiskers at some point.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a fun day.
That's awesome. It's just one of those random ass Jay Woodley stories right there.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'll give you a another really weird one. So I go to my first Walking Dead signing, and we're in middle of nowhere, North Carolina. We go to this haunt called the Devil's Playground, which is amazing, by the way. It's an extreme haunted house, not like fucking McCamey Manor. This is actually an extreme haunt. Like you pay your $25, you get a glow stick. And you wear the glow stick necklace around your neck, and if at any point you chicken out, you take it off, everyone picks on you, and you just continue on through the haunt without being touched.
Everyone
We go
picks on
through
you.
it's It's me, Kent Wagner, and Catherine and Barry Gerald, who played one was an Oceansider and one was a walker. And I think Barry was a hilltopper as well. Kent was a savior and a walker. And like we go to this haunt and it's in the middle of nowhere. Like it's like 20 miles down a dirt road. It's inside a bunch of chicken houses, like where they house chickens to collect the eggs and stuff. Like it's freaking weird. But like we go down this road, the only way you find the haunt is a number of tiny little signs on the road that are just arrows pointing at it. So we finally find it. This is my Walker Plow 9000 zombie truck is like parked inside the chicken coop as people are walking in. We're walking around and they let us go in the haunt. So they tell us, because we're professional zombie killers, we don't get glow sticks, we can't chicken out. And I'm already kind of stoned and drunk at this point. So we get there and like side story, Catherine, love her to death. I meet her and Barry at the same time. And Catherine goes, "You look really familiar." And I'm like, "Oh my God, you almost killed me filming season 8. So there's a scene where like the Oceansiders show up and they throw Molotov cocktails at the saviors. She hit me in the head with a Molotov cocktail because she forgot to drop it instead of throw it. So she threw it and hit me in the head with it. And I'm like, as soon as we connected and we're like, "Oh my God, that's how I know you." I gave her shit about it the whole time. So we're at this haunted house and they keep talking shit about the saviors. So we get to a zombie scene of the haunted house and all these zombies start popping out of everywhere. And they're the 28 Days Later fast zombies. So I zig and zag and I'm like, "Remember that time you hit me in the head with a cocktail bottle? Fuck you, bitch. I ain't saving shit." So I run full force. As I'm running and laughing my ass off, I left them trapped by zombies that are smearing them in blood. I run face first into a wall, fall over backwards, look up dazed and confused as a zombie squats on top of my face, teabags me, and then draws a cock on my head with blood.
Oh,
Holy moly.
that's awesome.
We have fun when we do our signings. Like the best was like being in Raleigh, and then like my brother comes down from West Virginia. Him and his family come and visit me, and we go out to this bar because I love me some karaoke. So we go to this bar, and we're outside smoking, and we invented this game called Slappy Bands because Kent, Catherine, and Barry were all in Goosebumps too. And they're like, we go to the Finger Goosebumps too. They give us slap bracelets. So Kent and I, just drunk as hell, just start throwing them at things, trying to make them snap around it. So we invent this game called Slappy Bands. We're out there playing Slappy Bands, and then people find out we're from The Walking Dead, and that's why everyone at the bar keeps giving us drinks and shit. And this guy's like, "Oh, so you guys are like rich, right?" And we all start laughing at the guy. Because, like, yeah, like we can pay bills and have some beers at the end of the week, but like we're not rich by any means. So we start laughing at the guy, and he gets really upset because we're laughing. And he was like, "Well, I'm a rapper, you don't even know." And I'm like, "No, dude, like let's hear a mixtape." So this dude pulls out his mixtape, and it turns out this dude's like part of Lil Boosie's posse or some shit. And he walks up to the bar and just starts buying shit with $100 bills. And I'm like, "Oh, that's cool, man." There's no point to that story. I just thought it was cool.
Little Boosie. I don't know any Little Boosie.
I'm from Jacksonville, Florida, man. That's a name that pops up every once in a while.
Oh, Mark said it's official. We need Jay on After Dark.
Oh yeah, I'm being really mild right now. I'm impressed with myself.
Yeah, no, he wants to hear your After Dark stories.
Like I got complaints on the stream from last night where I was like pretty much like if you don't like my tour, then just don't come on it. But I was a lot more vulgar than that.
No, dude, I totally get that. And you're always gonna have people like that anyway. You could have 15 different waivers, and you could have them push a button that gives them an electrocutes them, and it's still at the end of the night, if they're just like, if they're offended, they're gonna just be like, "Well, I'm offended." Like, you took a blood oath that you weren't gonna be offended, and here we are.
Well, like this guy, like he ended up getting a refund and shit, and like I was pissed about it. Because like he refused to talk to me, he wanted to talk to Rob, and Rob is 5'1" maybe, if he's on his tippy toes. Like, he's a little tiny guy. Like, I call him Midget Goldberg. So, look at the pictures. He's totally a Midget Goldberg. So, he goes to Rob, intimidates the shit out of Rob. Rob gives him a refund. I'm like, you should have consulted me. I would have told that dude to piss off, man. Like, there's no reason for it. Like I said last night, like, you can't stay on my whole fucking tour and then complain and want your money back, dude, because now I feel like you're just trying to get something for free.
Yeah.
Like, if I actually offended you and we had a dialogue and you told me, like, hey, when you said this, like, you crossed the line, like, I'm still going to laugh at you about it, but you could at least tell me, like, hey, you went too far. But, like, it's been fun, though. Like, I can't wait until we get back to the normal stuff and I can just wear my leggings and my normal J clothes. The Ghostbuster stuff's fun, but I miss my normal clothes.
Yeah, if I ever get back down there, I want to go take one of your tours.
Well, I'm waiting for dude, I'd love to have you guys. Like, when you guys come down, let me know. I'll comp you. I'm trying to get J. Michael Roddy to come up.
Nice, yeah.
Like, every time we because we do the Ghostbuster stuff, we used to do it for Ripley's every year for like the past 10 years. And now that I'm doing my own thing, it's like, sorry guys, I can't work with you anymore. But like, Roddy's been supposed to come up a few times now, and every time he's going to come up, he like backs out or something happens, or Mickey Mouse won't let him because it's Universal affiliated. It's weird.
Oh man, be a cool dude to hang out with too.
I hear that sometimes. Like, I was saying earlier, like, we've had people come down to Florida just to hang out with me. I had this guy I met through Kent Wagner. Because like walking, and this is part of why I'm not on my personal page much anymore. I get like 20 to 30 friend requests a day. I have like 2,000 messages in my inbox I haven't even tried to read. And it's usually just really weird, creepy stuff. So this guy like friends me. I asked Ken about it, and I'm like, hey, is this guy on the level? Like, he comments on your stuff a lot. He wants to come down and party because he's watching the live videos. James, remember when I used to do like the really crazy live videos all the time?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It was always like, hey, there's Jay fucking Woodley.
Oh man, that's become a thing. Like, I have Jay fucking Woodley t-shirts now. It's oh, and I sell panties that say Scream Queen, and they have my logo on the ass cheek. They're awesome.
That is awesome. We need to get some from Mark.
This guy like comes down, and it turns out he's an agent for fucking NASA. Like, he's NASA police. So I just started calling him a Men in Black agent. Like, he comes down, he brings me a carton of Lucky Strikes, like a care package. He knows I surf, so he brings me a bunch of surf swag from a surf shop up in Virginia. And like, this guy, I'm like, all right, now that I know you're the law, are you sure you want to hang out with me, dude? Because we're going to do a bunch of really screwed up stuff. And this is like 4th of July weekend. And he was like, oh, no, it'll be fine. Trust me. I won't let you get out of hand. I'm like, okay, cool. As long as we're on the same page, man. So 20 minutes into our adventure, I'm already loaded. And we're down at the Jacksonville landing. Cops are everywhere. And I thank this cop for his service. And he's like, yeah, you're welcome, I guess. And I'm like, okay, don't have to be a dick about it, officer. Oinky snout. And the cops are hassling me. And I'm like, you know what, dude? Fuck you. And before I could say anything else, like, the cop just like puts his head down and walks away. And I turn around, and there's the guy with his fucking NASA badge. And he's like, oh, I'm a federal agent. They can't mess with you. And I'm like, oh, that's nice.
So that's such a random Jay story too.
Like, oh, there's so many. Like, one of my favorite ones. A lot of the videos we used to do, we did it at 5 Points in Jacksonville at my favorite bar, Wall Street. And there's like a bunch of construction going on and stuff. So one night, and I'm really bad about this, like, we get super drunk, and I'm like, it'd be fun to do, guys. We should go steal all those detour and road close signs and reroute traffic. And this is like a Sunday night. So like, rush hour in Jacksonville gets really, really bad. So we reroute everything at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and we make a giant circle that goes right around the expressway where everyone needs to go to get downtown. But it just reroutes everyone in a giant circle. And we sat there in lawn chairs watching it happen.
That's amazing.
Like it was one of those things where I'm like, one of these days I'm gonna get in so much trouble for something way less worse than the stuff I've done. I like one of my ex-girlfriends, like I'm really, you guys know what the Castillo de San Marcos is, the old castle in St. Augustine?
Yep.
All right,
Mhm.
so I'm notorious for climbing that thing. I climb it a lot. So I meet this girl last year, we started dating, and she's like, wait a second. You climb the fort. I'm like, yes, I'm the guy who climbs the fort. I'm sorry, can't help it. Kind of have to do it. And she's like, no, 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 no. December, you were dressed like Spider-Man. I was like, yeah, I climbed the fort dressed like Spider-Man. And then one of you fuckers, because she was a cop, I'm like, one of you fuckers shined her spotlight at me and blinded me. And I fell down the side of the wall and scraped my face. And she was like, oh my God. And she like pulls out her phone and shows me video from her phone of her shining the spotlight on me and me falling off the wall and slicing my face on the coquina as I slid down. And she's like, we wanted to arrest you so bad, but everyone was like, no, 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 it's fine, it's fine. I'm like, oh yeah, they let me climb that wall all the time because they know I'm not going to hurt anything. Like it's that free pass. Like I'm that harmless idiot. No one really wants to get in trouble.
Oh, so is recording allowed on your tours, or are they no filming?
Oh no, we totally encourage it.
Mark wants to come up there and live stream it for us.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
He's only 2 hours away. He lives in Orlando.
Yeah, if you want to come up Friday or Saturday, just let me know if you want to come up this weekend. More than welcome to. Just let me know so I can make sure on my tour.
You hear that, Mark?
I mean, Rob's awesome, but he's a lot more conservative than I am.
Yeah.
All the good stuff happens on my tours.
You definitely want to be on the Jay Woodley tour.
Like, oh, I feel so bad for him sometimes. Like, I have a giant weakness for tiny redheads. That's gonna be the death of me. So, like, these two girls come up and they're like, "Yeah, we want the ghost tour, but we want the wild guy. We want the eggplant guy." Another
The
one of my
eggplant
stupid
guy.
nicknames.
I know the necklace. I saw it.
Yeah, I have so many stupid nicknames, but the eggplant thing come from my trivia team because I'm on a trivia team because that's totally a Jay Woodley thing to do. And like I show up to the bar and I met a bunch of people on the team that I hadn't met yet, and I'm wearing my Bret Michaels leggings and my Fish Guild ripped up shirt. That was back before I had to cut my hair off, and it was like down to the small of my back, all poofed out, bleach blonde. And they're like, "What the? Oh my God, what's in your pants?" And I was like, "I think the kids call that an eggplant nowadays." And I become Jay the eggplant emoji.
Oh, that's funny.
But like oh man, like so many random things. Like the girl's like, "No, we want the eggplant guy." And I look at Rob and I'm like, "I'm so sorry, dude. Don't be mad." And he was like, "No, just behave yourself, please." And I was like, no one even knows what have means, man. You can't behave if you don't know the definition of the word. So we run off and I do my tour. I come back and I'm like, dude, how was your tour? And he was like, yeah, they kept talking about how they wish they were with you.
Hey, Pat, what's up, man? We got Jay Woodley.
What's up, man?
That's awesome. So, Mark's gonna check with his wife in the morning.
That's always a good idea. Oh, and we do weddings now too. Like that's a thing that just started.
You're doing Ghostbuster weddings?
Oh, we do Ghostbuster weddings, traditional weddings, pagan hand fastings. So like you know the whole thing with the love tree, right?
No.
All right, the myth of the love tree, it is an oak tree fused with a sable palm tree. So the myth around the city is if you kiss your sweetie under the love tree, you'll be together forever. The place that we do the tours out of, Augustina's Love Tree Cafe and Boutique, has exclusive rights to the love tree, so they want to do weddings there now. And because I am an ordained minister, apparently.
Because why not? Of course you are.
Well, I did a dude wedding. So I went through the Church of Dudism, and I got my certification, everything, so I could do weddings as the dude.
That's awesome.
And now they want me to do weddings. Oh, dude, I met Jeff Down once. I think I did a live video as I was talking to him, but I actually met the real life dude, and that was weird.
That's awesome.
Like, he was in Jacksonville doing a screening of Big Lebowski. Then they went to a bowling alley and bowled a few rounds or frames or whatever. And like, he goes back to Wall Street, and I start freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, like, I don't know what to say, man. Like, I can't walk up to the real dude and be like, hey, man, my friend's calling me the dude. Bet you never heard that one before. And then like
insane,
my buddy Joseph walks right up to him and goes, there's a guy who's just the dude for his time and place. And the Jacksonville dude is totally Jay fucking Woodley. And I just look up and I'm like, oh my fucking God, you didn't. And Jeff Dow just walks right up to me. And yeah, so like, a mutual friend of Jess and I's was there, and he gets to hang out with him and everything. And Jeff's like, oh, so you're a stuntman? And I'm like, yes, I am. And he was like, put your hand on that dartboard. I'm gonna throw darts at it. And I was like, whatever you want, dude. I abide.
you know how important that story is for me, because you know my love for the Lebowski.
Oh, dude, it's I had a friend. I want to say fan, but I don't have fans. I have friends. I had a friend in Kansas make me the roach clip hair tie.
Nice.
And that was the coolest shit in the fucking world. Like, she followed a bunch of my videos and stuff, followed my social media. So when I went up there to do the event that weekend, she handed it to me, and I was like, no way, dude. And she was like, no, dude, yes way. And she's like, here's something to put in it. And she handed me a joint, and I'm like, I'm at an event right now. I might get in trouble. And she's like, yeah, it's legal in Kansas. And I was like, should have never told me that, dude.
Mark wants to know, are the tour's pregnant women safe?
Well, you don't have to worry about me getting her pregnant because you already did it. So yeah, totally.
You can even tell he's lying. He's gonna. That's funny. They're totally pregnant women safe. As long as she's not, about to pop. There is about a mile of walking involved, unless we do a pub tour.
Well, Jesus, don't bring up pub tours to Mark, please.
Pub tours is my favorite, James. You know that.
Yeah, Mark is the resident drinker, I'll say.
Oh, are we gonna do some Indiana Jones, Marion and her bar shooter shit? Because I'm down, dude.
Dude,
yeah, he'll do that.
I'll even wear my Indiana Jones costume just for that event.
Listen, this had better be live streamed to this channel, is all I got to say, Mark. But he said, well, I want the pub tour, damn it.
Yeah, just if we do a pub tour, it has to be before 9 o'clock because the bars in St. Augustine have to close by 9.
He doesn't give a shit what time it is.
Cool, but you can bring your own as well, as long as they're in inconspicuous drinking receptacles. We can walk around with it.
Did you hear that?
That's how I'm getting away with the slime blower full of fucking rum runners. And if you look at the pictures on the business page, anytime you see me holding a coffee cup, that ain't fucking coffee. Or no, I think in the one video where I'm dancing with the pirate winches, I actually have the beer in my hand.
Nice. Oh, I forgot. Mark did ask, do you ever go to the No Name Bar?
Oh, dude, like, I'm really good friends with all those guys.
Yeah, that's where he said he goes anytime he goes to St. Augustine.
Yeah, Jason, the manager, we're both really good friends with Less Than Jake. And James, you know how much I fucking love Less Than Jake.
Yep.
I met the manager because of Less Than Jake and the Descendants. And I was there like every day for like 3 months because I had nothing better to do. So I made friends with like the entire staff, and now I bring all my tours there. So when we're not in the apocalypse, usually I bring like 50 to 60 people a night to the bar, and they love me for it.
Mark said, if I can hide my alcohol at Halloween Horror Nights, I can hide it in St. Augustine.
Oh no, the cool thing about St. Augustine, like, all the cops know me. So I get away with a lot of shit. Like where other people, they'll write them tickets and stuff. They'll just like look at me and go, you know better. I'll give you 5 seconds. And I'll just put something behind my back and be like, all right, see you later.
Jesus, man. I don't know if St. Augustine is going to be able to handle a Mark and Woodley tour.
Oh, it'll be great. It'll definitely be great. Dude, you have to wear some unicorn horns.
He said it probably won't be this Friday or Saturday, but he said he could try for next weekend for sure.
Oh, next weekend's going to be fun. Like I will come back from that top secret job I'm doing in the Carolinas, and I'm gonna be on all kinds of yeah. Like I'm doing a job with actual real live dead bodies.
Nice.
Wow.
Like they informed me that a few days ago, and I'm like, wait a second, real dead bodies? They're like, yeah, that's how we train. And I'm like, cool, man. I'm gonna poke them to stick, Stand By Me style. Yeah, I'm excited for this gig, man. Like these guys have heard my reputation, and they're like, "Oh, you're such a talented special effects guy," and I heard your energy's really high, and I'm like, "Oh, you poor guys, like you have no idea what you're getting into." But I gotta think the COVIDs, like they've been using a company out of England, and because of the COVIDs, the English company can't fly out, so they're like asking around, like, "Well, who's as good as they are that's local?" And like 20 guys are like, "Oh, you want Jay Woodley if you can handle him." So they talked to a girl that I used to work with, and she's like, "Oh, it's really easy. Make sure there's Miller High Life, Jesse James Bourbon, Wild Turkey, or Jim Beam, and you won't have any problems. Oh, and don't make him wear sleeves. He hates sleeves." And they're like, "Well, what if he has to wear sleeves?" She's like, "Well, he'll wear them, but he's gonna bitch the entire time."
Awesome, man.
No, like we did one mission. We went out to Area 51. Like we were right outside Area 51 at Dugway Proving Ground, and it was the same thing. Like I didn't have sleeves on, and they kept complaining about the sleeves. So I took some socks, cut the tops out of the toes, and then put the socks on my arms and duct taped them to my shirt, and was like, "That's the best you're gonna get," but I'm gonna complain about it the entire time. And then like 2 hours after complaining, the sun went down, and that was my first time in the desert. And I didn't realize it gets below freezing as soon as the sun goes away.
Yeah.
So then I was like, I still hate sleeves, but who wants to borrow a jacket to me real quick?
Oh God, man. Oh, so when do you think you're gonna be ramping back up on your Woodley special effects stuff? Is that kind of like on hold, or are you just gonna big things for this season?
Oh no, I'm still doing the Woodley special effects stuff. I just can't post most of the stuff I do because of non-disclosure agreements.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well,
Like,
you're not doing. Are you doing the classes still, or are you gonna start doing those again whenever things clear up?
No, I do classes 4 times a year now, and they're only for colleges.
Oh, okay.
I've gotten to the point, with the exception of my apprentice, Rob's daughter, I hate teaching now. I am absolutely jaded by it. I hate doing it. I don't do it unless I have to.
I gotcha.
And there's a couple beauty schools around Jacksonville that, well, in the North Florida area, I'm the only one certified to teach special effects, apparently. So I teach the special effects mods when they have to have a special effects mod as part of their program.
Cool. That's awesome, man.
Oh, it's a pain in the ass, dude. I still hate it. But it's one of the things where, like, you get asked the same questions, and it's like, you see the same people come in, and you know the whole shock the world thing.
Yeah.
Like, I want to inspire people to do whatever makes them happy, but with teaching classes, it's like you're not gonna make it. Like, you don't have the drive for it. You watch the YouTube video, and that's part of what pushed me away from teaching classes was, well, I watched a YouTube video, and on the YouTube video, they did it like this. And it's like, yeah, but I've learned from people that have been in the industry since the 60s, and we didn't have YouTube back then, so shut up. Like, And it's, you know, that thing where like there's 1,000 ways to get the same result. So as long as you're getting the same result, the technique doesn't really matter. Like I don't feel like it has to be a certain way. Like I might teach it this way, but if you can find a way better than mine to do it, then do it. As long as you get the same result, it doesn't matter. But I got so tired of arguing semantics with a bunch of snot-nosed teenagers that had YouTube that I don't like doing it anymore.
Yeah, I could totally see that. I 100%. People they think they're experts over, you know, a few videos and no practical experience at all.
Well, no, like, especially in Jacksonville, and if Jess is still watching, she can vouch for this. Like, you have so many people that, you know, work in a haunt, and that's the only time they do makeup a year, and they call themselves a special effects artist. And it's like, okay, at the very most, you're a special effects makeup artist. I'm a special effects artist. I can build props, I can do sets, I can do costumes, I can do the full gamut of everything in my trade. You do makeup once a year for about a month. I do this shit all year long. Like, I have no respect for that. Like, I didn't call myself a special effects artist until probably a year after I finished my apprenticeship. I started putting it on my business cards. But it was really rare for me to call myself a special effects artist until my mentor told me, all right, you're done with your apprenticeship. You're a special effects artist now. And I feel like that's how it should be. It should be a title that you earn, not something you called yourself. And I've pissed off so many people in Jacksonville because of that statement.
Mark said, I watched YouTube. I know more than you.
That's usually how it is, man. But I don't know, dude. I'm on TV, so fuck you.
Jabby said, the haunt industry is filled with that shit. Well, I saw it on YouTube. Yep. Jabby also said earlier, and I completely missed it, and I wanted to touch on it, but he wanted to know if you need a clown, if you need a clown for your tour.
I can always use a clown. I mean, I myself am a clown, but that's just because I'm funny looking.
Yeah, he's in the full persona clown.
Oh, that'd be awesome. If you guys have ever seen him, Jess knows him. There's this guy, Jeremy Spicer. He has Germ Spider Designs. He calls himself the Toy Maker, and he makes the infected teddy bears and stuff. Like it. Oh, dude, his work is amazing.
Nice. Jabby wants to know. Sorry, I don't mean to cut this off, but if I miss it and I don't say it right now, I'm gonna forget it. Jabby wanted to know. Do you know how to make a foam latex mask? Because I've been looking for a new mask for next year.
Didn't I just say I was a special effects artist? And yes, I do.
Listen, man, I'm just reading chat. I don't know what to tell you.
No, yeah, foam latex is nothing. I actually, one of the newest ones I've done, I did the Night King and a random White Walker for my clients in Delaware. And those were awesome.
Wait, did you post those pictures? I swear I've seen them.
I did.
Okay, yeah, they were.
The ice spears were the best part because like their personal assistant forgot to order the props because I was like, if I make them, it's gonna cost you a little bit more than it would to be to buy the licensed replica. So just buy the licensed replica. And she forgot to do it. So we finished the makeup and everything, and they're like, well, don't we have like swords or spears or something? And I look at their assistant and I'm like, yeah, where's the accessories? I forgot to do them. The party starts in 10 minutes. What do you need? And I'm like, give me some clear tape, 2 broom handles, some palm fronds, and some blue.
Some blue.
So like, we ended up making them. My little brother and I, we made them in like 10 minutes. We took white tape, wrapped it around clear tape, wrapped it around broom handles, sprayed it with frost, that like spray snow shit. We sprayed it with that stuff. We sprayed it with frosted glass spray paint, hit it with a light dusting of baby blue powder paint, and then tied palm fronds to it, handed it to him, was like, there you go, ice spears. And the photographs, like, it looked like actual resin pieces. And I'm like, oh man, I just surprised myself. I totally earned the bullshit I'm going to do tomorrow.
So now, what were you talking about? Germ Spider Designs again? Go.
The Toy Maker.
Yeah.
So he does infected toys. He was one of the first people to do it. Spirit Halloween actually ripped him off with the teddy bears that had the demonic faces and stuff. Like, there's a lot of people that have copied his work over the years, but this guy, like, we busted in the scene about the same time a decade ago now, because wow, time flies. But like a decade ago, like, we're doing art shows and stuff around Jacksonville, and he was a totally different persona. And then he starts making these messed up teddy bears, and then he decides he's a clown now, and he comes up with this whole new persona, calls himself a toy maker, started making his own masks and stuff, and now he's like, oh god, that dude's got like an Instagram following that's insane. But he actually made a Jay Woodley bear back in like 2013, I think. That's back when I was rocking the M Shadows look, and I wore the backwards hat and the bandana all the time, and the aviators. And he made a bear dressed like me. It was cute as shit.
That is awesome. I remember that look. The M Shadows Woodley.
Oh, yeah, I even had the lip piercing for a while. Like, I've gone through so many looks, man. Like, I told someone the other day, they're like, this whole 80s thing, like, I want to see, like, pictures of back in, I'm like, dude, I dressed like Billy Joe Armstrong for a while. Like, I wore a neon pink tie and had weird spiky hair. Like, I've evolved over the years, and then I settled into the 80s thing because my Uncle Mike was really into the glam rock stuff. So I settled into it and was like, you know what? I really like wearing leggings, so I'm just going to wear this now forever.
Well, if you ever get back into the leggings, we got you, man. We got some hooked up for you.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I wear them all the time. Like, I'm wearing a pair right now.
Well, I got to send you a picture of these leggings. They're the ones we made with our logo. And oh my god,
dude.
they're amazing.
Dude, I would totally rock those. I just finished a pair for a friend of mine. I sent them off to the printers. I've idolized this guy for years. He's a model painter. He does like scale models and stuff. He had a band when I was in high school that I was just obsessed with. They're kind of like a hair metal band, and their whole thing's like a jester. And I've been asking him for years, you know, hey Tim, can I please make a jester mask? It'd just mean the world to me if I could sculpt it. And he was really really adamant that I didn't touch his property because that's his baby. And he's like, you know, how would you feel if I tried to do something with Kylie Carnage? And I'm like, oh, I'd fucking kill you. And he was like, exactly. So he finally gave me permission, and I started sculpting masks and stuff. And I'm like, dude, I want a pair of leggings. Like, this guy dresses just like I do. He's done it a lot longer than I have. But, you know, when I needed advice, I'm like, dude, when you're wearing leggings, where do you put your wallet and keys and cell phone and stuff? Because there's no pockets. So we do a thing. He has a song called Hurricane, and just like the way the song's written, you can smell being at a county fair. Like, it's an amazing song about being on in a music park ride. So I designed the leggings to be a roller coaster starting at my left foot, riding up. If you haven't noticed, dick jokes are kind of my favorite. So it like goes around my thigh, comes up, and it's got the roller coaster busting out of my crotch with the jester flipping off whoever's looking at my crotch.
That's awesome.
And then I designed another pair that's got you must be this tall to ride, and it's got a tape measure on the crotch.
Well, we have Mr. Dolos's face just straight on the crotch, dude. It's just like the exact logo, just dead on the crotch, man. It's glorious.
Oh, I'm down, dude. I will wear them to every haunt this season. And you haven't seen the assless chaps yet. Like, I got the assless chaps like right before the shutdown happened. And my mom, like, I showed her that SNL video for Space Dance. Or yeah, Space Pants.
Yeah.
So my mom got me a pair of the space leggings. So like we go out to St. Augustine, we're promoting the party tours and everything. I think we've been open for like a week at this point. And I go walking in, eyeshadow and everything on, full glammed out, wearing my space pants with my assless chaps. And like Rob's looking at me and he's like, how come no one's tried to kick the shit out of you yet? I'm like, dude, two things could happen. You fuck with a guy wearing more makeup than all your sisters combined. Yeah, two things are going to happen, man. You're going to beat my ass and everyone's going to think I'm transgendered and you're going to go to jail for a hate crime. Or a guy dressed like Bret Michaels just beat the shit out of you. Do you really want to go home and tell that story?
That's It's very accurate. There's no upside to fighting that.
No, like the one of the main bars I hang out in Jacksonville, like everyone's used to it. Like I do karaoke there like 4 nights a week when they're open. And we've had newcomers come in and like everyone knows me. That was like the place when I stopped going to the usual bars because I got tired of like people asking me for autographs or my favorite Walking Dead question I tend to get, what does Norman Reedus smell like? That's my favorite one. So I got tired of that, found a new place to go to that isn't really normally my scene. Made friends with everyone there really, really quickly. Found out my dad's old Navy buddies all hang out there. So had a couple friends, started hanging out. And now, a few years later, I'm there all the time. So we do karaoke, and my shit's always Metallica, Poison, Rat, stuff like that. People look at me and go, "Who the fuck is that guy?" We had like one guy try to pick a fight with me one night. Like a big burly biker dude. I'm sitting there in my leggings, readjusting my eyeliner, and this guy just looks at me and goes, "You ever gone to prison? Because I've been to prison. I killed a man." And I just look at him, sit my 4 horsemen, and I'm like, never went to prison, but I tossed a salad once. And like everyone starts laughing, and the guy just looks at me and just puts his head down. And the bouncer's like, that was the best way to handle this situation. I'm like, no, seriously, dude. I got really drunk and looked this girl's asshole one time. Like it really happened. And he was like, no, like that guy was going to fight you. And I'm like, dude, why were you gonna fight me? And he was like, because you're dressed like a girl. And I was like, well, dude, I know a lot of 50-year-old moms that think I'm fucking hot.
Danny wants to know what's your favorite karaoke song.
Oh, dude, Steel Panther's Weenie Ride or Glory Hole. Those are my go-tos. I also do Tenacious D, Fuck Her Gently a lot, too. That's my most requested next to Glory Hole.
That's such a good song.
Like, oh man, like Steel Panther, like I got to meet those guys last year. Like, oh man, I missed out. Like, a buddy of mine showed them to me. He's like, you probably already know these guys. And I listened to a few of their songs. I'm like, oh my god, they're fucking amazing. And I went and bought all their albums like immediately. And I'm like, how did I not know about these guys? He's like, I'm kind of surprised you don't know about these guys. And I'm like, I know, man, I missed out.
Oh man, that's intense.
No, dude, that's camping.
Let's see. What else do we have here? Mark said Jay goes for the glory hole. Got it.
Well, yeah, dude. But all holes are glorious if you close your eyes.
He said, who sips a 4 horsemen? That's a joke shot.
A 4 horsemen's a joke shot?
This is Mark, dude. I'm telling you, this guy.
I do 9 to 10 of them at night. So if you want to throw it down, bro, we'll throw it down.
Oh my god.
Oh god, Mark will be there in like 2 hours tonight.
I can feel the alcohol poisoning right now.
No, like that one bar, like that's my go-to. It's always a 4 horsemen and a PBR with a straw because I'm classy and trashy at the same time.
Oh, okay. So listen, I hate to do this to you, but it's been asked 4 times now.
Oh, yeah.
What does Norman Reedus smell like?
Oh, you motherfuckers. Dracar Noir.
Okay, they thought he might smell like patchouli.
No, like, and that's the misconception because Daryl Dixon's dirty.
Yep.
And it's like, no, like he does have a clone where sometimes it smells kind of like gasoline and motor oil. I think diesel makes it. But most of the time it's Dracar Noir, I think. Like he smells like a normal dude. Not that I'm going around sniffing Norman Reedus, but
Mark said next thing you know he's gonna say he likes cement mixers.
What's a cement mixer?
I'm assuming he's talking about a drink, but with Mark, he could actually be talking about a cement mixer.
Mark, I feel like we just become best friends.
Like that's just how it is with him, man.
I'm gonna get us bunk beds so we have a lot of room for activities.
Oh man. He said he's buying you a cement mixer, so you're either getting a shot or a convenient way to mix cement. So either way, I guess.
A lot of molds. I could actually use a cement mixer.
Mark could probably make that happen, oddly enough.
So we have very different ends of the chat here because Danny said Four Horsemen is a nope, and Mark says it's a joke. So,
Well, no, like I drink them all the time. Like it's one of those things where like, and Mark, how do you drink yours? I drink mine neat. But like when I say I sip on it, it's because they pour me like a full shot of each one. Like most bars, it's a quarter shot. So like, yeah, it's like a straight up like 4-ounce shot. So sometimes after 2 or 3, I kind of gotta sip it. Unless it's chilled, then I can shoot it immediately after a couple. But normally I drink them neat.
Mark said cement mixer is a shot of Bailey's and a shot of sweetened lime juice.
Oh, you mean cum? Yeah, I'll do cum shots with you.
Oh, okay. I'm not reading that one, so.
Yes. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Let's see. All right, so we're very. What the hell is a Four Horsemen? First of all,
A shot of Jim, shot of Johnny, shot of Jack, shot of Jose, all poured in one glass.
Oh, okay, all right. What do you mean that's a? Shut up, Mark. Jesus. Oh man, yeah. So Mark on our Friday night chats, it's a constant thing with him to be getting ice, and he's just pounding handles of Captain Morgan.
Yeah, that's well, you've seen my videos. You've seen the amount of alcohol I consume.
Oh, okay. So the cement mixer curdles in your mouth from the lime juice and the Baileys. That is
that's
horrible.
I said it was fun.
Ah, dude, no. What the? See, ours up here, those are.
Oh, Mark can hear me. Have you ever done a stuntman shot? Because I will buy you a stuntman shot.
Oh my god. Mark's probably driving there right now at this point.
I know. He probably didn't even tell Jackie. He's just gone.
Yeah, I'm out. He's like, I'm gone.
He got that Nismo running, and he's just gone.
Oh yeah, a stuntman shot is a shot of Jose Cuervo, but you snort a line of salt, do the shot, and shoot the lime in your eye. That's the shot they give you when you finish stuntman school, or when you do a really big stunt that you could have died from. You celebrate with a stuntman shot. Or you pregame with a stuntman shot if it's something really fucked up.
Yeah, well, that would be Mark. That's his.
Like we did a movie in Colorado. It's actually coming out soon, hopefully. Called Rook, and I was the weapons coordinator, stunt supervisor, stunt coordinator, special effects head. I might have produced some of it. I think I wore like 20 hats for that movie. But we're doing this scene, and it's all filmed in Victor, Colorado. Like it's all mountains, snowy roads and shit. And we filmed it, in November, so it was super snowy. And it was my first time being around actual snow. I didn't know how any of this shit worked. So I get up there, and as I'm driving up, I'm like, all right, guys, I just drove 24 hours after filming 17 hours on The Walking Dead. Like, where's the nearest bar when I get there? So the director is a good buddy of mine, and he's like, all right, so when you get up here, we're at 12,000 feet elevation. Do not drink like you normally do. You will die. Have one beer, sip a shot of whiskey, and then after an hour, you can probably drink half of what you're used to. And I'm like, yeah, fuck you, dude. I'm Florida man. I'll be fine. So unload my shit. It turns out the bar is walking distance from the haunted schoolhouse we're staying at. And it was weird. Like I owed my dad a huge apology because the bar was uphill, downhill to and from the schoolhouse in the snow. So I had to walk uphill both ways in the snow to and from the schoolhouse.
Did you have shoes on?
I did have shoes on, but I wore the wrong shoes because we were supposed to stop at a thrift store before we started filming so I could buy winter clothes. Because, all my shit has holes in it, or it's leggings, or I have no sleeves, or I have holes all in my shit. So I get up there. I end up with frostbite like 3 days in because my motorcycle boots could not handle the snow. The snow just soaked right in the leather, and I got frostbite. So go to the bar, and I order 2 Four Horsemen, 2 Miller High Lifes, a double shot of Jameson, a double shot of Jack, double shot of Wild Turkey, and I'm just going to prove at this point I can handle my liquor at 12,000 feet elevation, and they're all just pussies. So 3 Four Horsemen in, I'm on the floor at the fucking bar. They have to come back and get me. They come get me because someone got a text that was, I just swiped my keyboard a bunch of times and hit send. For the first 4 days, I had elevation sickness, so I had to walk around with a can of oxygen. Like, it was
dude.
fun. But like, we're filming the stunt, and it's supposed to be the police. The sheriff is driving to a shootout that's going on. So I'm like, guys, let me drive the car. I'll be fine. And the director's like, you've never driven snow in your life, and you've gotten your truck stuck 10 times in 2 days. You're not driving that cop car. So I'm like, cool, it'll be fun. So we set up the stunt, and if the director hears this, he's gonna be super upset that I told this story. But we set up the grid pattern of where the car is gonna go. I coordinate the plan. Everything's gonna go fine. Get on the radio, tell the camera crew exactly what's gonna happen. The car is supposed to drive right past my street, fishtail around to the next street, and then drive on. Somehow, someone on the crew told him to turn down my street. So we call action. Car comes zooming down 110 miles an hour, turns down my street. I'm standing in the middle of the road to block traffic from coming down the road. I see the cop car, like my stunt training kicks in. I jump out of the way onto the hood of a truck right as this cop car drives past me, make a perfect ass print in the hood of this guy's truck, jump off, and I start yelling on the radio, I just almost fucking died. That was awesome. And I just come running up, and the director's like, all right, stop telling people on the radio you almost died. Like, the camera crew's kind of scared right now.
Oh my god.
But our camera crew, like, the director made a promise to us 8 years ago. Well, 8 years ago at this point, when I make my first feature film, I'm going to hire all you guys. You're all going to be part of this film. So 8 years later, he brings us all in to do this film in Colorado. The camera crew that he decided to hire, like, great guys, but they've only ever worked for weddings.
Oh, yeah.
They've never done a film before. So we're doing like live pyro, live squibs, live blank gunfire, and the camera crew was completely freaked out the entire time.
That's awesome.
And it didn't help, you have me walking around, like, I get there a day before the camera crew does, and I tell the director, I'm like, I'm gonna wear an eye patch and put this hook prosthetic on my hand, and I'm gonna make him think I'm really fucked up now. And he was like, oh, please don't. So like I come like running through, and I have like all the guns and stuff laid out, and they're all actual firearms, like they're all functional, but we have blanks. So we get to this one scene, and we're filming like way back in this wooded area at this cabin. So I'm walking around with a 357 Python on my hip that's actually loaded. They're freaking out over the guns and stuff with the fake bullets, and they make us recheck the ammunition every time we do a take. And I'm like, guys, the gun hasn't left his holster. He hasn't touched it. I promise you there's nothing in there. Well, you have to check it. And I look at the director, and I'm like, yo, Steven, they are aware that I have a bear gun on my hip, right? And the bear gun is very much loaded. And he was like, don't tell him about the bear gun. It was great there. Like, I got to show him how dangerous blanks could be, and I blew apart a milk jug.
Nice.
Oh, it was awesome. Like, they were so freaked out about everything. Like, they were afraid I was going to Brandon Lee somebody because a couple nights before we did a really big shootout scene, it was Lou Temple from the Devil's Rejects is in this film.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a good buddy of mine. So like we're I'm going over the script and everything, and I was like, this kind of sounds like something Lou would do. And Steven was like, oh, you're friends with him? I was like, yeah. Like, yeah, I've known him for years. And he was like, dude, send him the script. So sent Lou the script. He loved it. He come on board, and he filmed with us for a few days and become one of the producers. And they let him pick his own costume out, and the costume is fucking great. It's a red onesie with the ass flap and a Fargo hat. And a khaki hunting vest.
Nice.
He plays a weird conspiracy theorist survivalist. And during his off time, he's a karaoke DJ named Karaoke Bill. But it was a fun shoot. Like that movie, like when it releases, it's going to be amazing. I'm in the trailer twice. If you guys check out Rook with a period on Facebook, the page will pop up. If you look in the trailer, I pop up I think twice. I'm in the bar when some stuff happens. We did this weird thing where like every time we filmed at the bar, I happened to be there to supervise something going on, but I was drinking. So like one of the scenes, I like jump in, I do some stuff with one of the main characters, and another scene, I was watching a stunt that was going on, so I ended up just having to jump in and do a role. But they're like, yeah, so in the film and continuity, this is 2 different bars at 2 different times. You're wearing the same outfit, sitting in the same place at both bars. And I'm like, yeah, let's just say I'm a drunk. And then like the director's wife was, she was like, well, you're definitely not a sober.
Jessica said, Jay, remember that short film where the kid gets a hammer to the head and the actor actually hit the poor kid? I felt bad for both of them.
Don't look away. That film is bullshit. Or not don't look away. I'm gonna kill someone this Friday. That film is absolute bullshit, and it is a that was a terrible filming experience.
Let's see.
I was a stunt coordinator in that film. I showed the actor several times how to swing the hammer to make sure he didn't hurt the kid. Did stunt training with the kid so he knew how to fall and react to the hammer touching the back of his head. And the main actor got so hyped up about it, he whacked the fuck out the kid with the sledgehammer.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was a disaster film. Like we had a hurricane come through. The end climax of the film was supposed to be a lot more graphic and messed up. They canceled filming right before we were supposed to film. So I had like a full child-sized torso with actual pig intestines and stuff stuffed in it in my shop. And then they canceled filming, so the good body got destroyed. And it like rotted during the power outages and stuff. And they like, well, yeah, so we're gonna film this. And I'm like, well, you got to pay for a new body now because that one kind of went to waste. So we didn't get the new body made because they didn't want to pay for it. So that final scene was nothing was supposed to be. A few of the scenes were nothing of what they were supposed to be, but yeah, the whole film was just too meta for me, man. Like during the screening, and like the director, like Durden Godfrey, like it was well written. He did a great job as director, but like we did the first screening, I fell asleep.
That's great.
And then like my agent at the time, like the producer Jared Rush, he was my agent, and he's like nudging me. He's upset. He's like, "You're drunk," and I'm like, even if I was sober, I would have fallen asleep, dude. This has nothing to do with me being drunk. I was like, it's a boring movie.
I shared the Rook flick link in the chat so everybody can check that out. I see Mark has already Mark has already gone and liked the page, so
Awesome. It's going to be a great movie. We're supposed to have details on its initial release and everything in the next couple weeks, hopefully. We've been fishing around to festivals and everything and trying to get it on the festival circuit first, but with COVID and everything going on, I think we're just trying to get it distributed.
that's cool, man.
But it's a great movie. It's they called it a modern Western. It's like it's very Coen Brothers-esque. It's this really screwed up guy that goes to town, decides he's going to be a mobster and pull a gold heist, and it all goes to shit.
Well, I can tell you they did a really good job with the filming and the color correction, and it's a very nice looking film. I can't hear it because if I listen to it, you're just gonna hear audio on stream.
All right, when you see the girl show up at the bar, look right behind the guy, and I'm sitting right there, and I'm gonna pick that guy up. He gets a shot glass shoved through his eye, like we do the Dark Knight Joker thing, where he makes the pencil disappear, but it's a shot glass.
Nice.
Jeez.
But like the whole thing, like there's some stuff in the movie, like we do some action stuff. There's a guy that gets whacked in the head with a billiard ball. And the way he gets hit, he probably should have fucking died, but he just has a black eye. It was a really fun film to shoot.
Yeah, Jabby, we're gonna try to get Jay on After Dark. He's a busy dude, but he said he might try to make it.
Yeah, even if I have to have Xander hold the camera for me so I can talk and do my tour at the same time, which could be interesting. So I think it's the bachelorette party tour, so I might do video for you guys.
Nice. Yeah, man, I can capture it from anywhere. So,
Yeah, as long as I don't put the video on the business page anymore.
Friday rolls around every week. Geez, thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
I swear to God, you two together, fucking drinking is.
It's gonna be epic.
My God.
Oh, wait until I pull out the drinking games.
Oh my God.
Well, we had
Mark,
one, like the first After Dark I think we did. We had a drinking game for every time Pat said good ass hamburgers. Everybody had to take a shot. He said he hopes your liver is ready.
Oh, dude, I've got this awesome drinking game. It's called Draw a Card. And you just draw a card, and if you draw a card, you take a shot.
I'm gonna have to watch because I think I missed it because I was watching the. I want to watch it with sound on too. So.
Oh, the dialogue is really, really good too.
It looks interesting. It's very. The director of photography did a really good job.
Yeah, that would be Mo Vega. Like, super talented guy. He's based out of Orlando. He does a lot of stuff with Full Sail.
Ah, yes, Full Sail. I did love their mini studio is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I did some Walking Dead stuff there with Cecil Grimes a while back. If you've ever seen that guy, he's like the number one Rick Grimes impersonator.
Yep. I remember when you sent me that picture of you when like you were doing the Negan thing. I'm like, it was before Negan was even on the show, and I was like, hey, I got pictures of the actual Negan.
Oh, so many people did that.
Oh man, it was good.
Oh, the best part, like I was so glad I got to tell Jeffrey this. Like the best part about like him as Negan and me being such a fan, like we're doing a convention like the day before that episode premiered. It was me and Cecil Grimes, and I'm walking around in the Negan stuff and I'm swinging Lucille around and I'm like saying the lines from the comic and I'm doing it how I thought Negan would sound. And then we see the episode and Jeffrey talks exactly how I thought he would. And I'm like, oh my God, like it's absolutely perfect.
So many good stories, man. This is why I was so excited to get you on this show because I know you're just like a wealth of information.
So much for Friday night.
Like I am super glad. Like I could, we could finally have you on and, sit down with the Jay Woodley.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. Unfortunately, my phone's at like 5%, so I'm gonna have to jump off here.
Hey, man, it's more than I could have asked for. It's so much fun talking to you, and I really do hope we can get you on Friday. Like,
yeah, and Jay, dude, yes. It's good to hear your voice, man. It's good to hear your voice. It really is. On top of all the stories, it's good to hear from you. It's good to hear your voice. It really is.
I appreciate it, man. I will touch base with you, James, Friday. Make sure we have everything set up.
Yeah. Did you have any issues getting in here, like with the?
Oh no, I just had to delete a bunch of booby pictures and stuff, so I had the memory space to download a new app.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, dude, Jay, dude, we will hopefully see you Friday. Go take care of your 5% phone. Man, it's great hearing from you as always.
Yeah, man. Thank you
You
so
too,
much.
man. I'll
Great.
talk to you guys soon. Bye. Thank
All right,
you.
man.
All right, have a good night, kid.
You too,
Take care.
man.
Later, bud. All right. Well, there you have it. That was Jay Woodley. I told you guys it was
Jay-
going to be a good time.
Jay Woodley. It's good to hear from that. It's good to hear from that kid.
Yep.
But and then Friday, holy smokes, if he comes in Friday, jeez. Oh my God. The world may actually implode on itself with the group that's on Friday.
Yeah, that would be the most insane Friday after dark by far.
Oof.
Like we got Jabby telling
Absolutely.
his stories. We got Jay coming on, possibly. So I still
Yeah.
have so many questions about Jabby's stories here. So Friday's gonna be cool.
Friday's gonna be wild. Jesus, I'm gonna have to take like 2 caffeine pills. And Mark, I'm so looking forward to meeting out with him for tour. Dude, Jay is the nicest person, down to earth and funny, as y'all have noticed tonight. So yeah, we may have to put like some sort of GPS trackers on you and Jay if y'all get together, just so we can find your asses, because I think there's going to be a problem. Yeah, Mark's frogs. Your frogs, we're going to flamethrower those damn things. But yeah, Friday night, you guys and gals. Whew, God, even I'm like, man, I don't know. I may have to sleep for 24 hours just to make it through this one. Holy smokes. But well, James, it's we're almost at the
Yeah, we're almost at
3 hour
3
mark.
hours, guys. Holy crap! On a Wednesday. This
On
is
Wednesday.
this is our 45-minute to an hour stream. We're pushing 3 hours right now. So
Well, when when you got people like Jay and some of these other awesome guests.
yeah, I knew as soon as Jay got on, it was gonna be a while. He just his stories, man.
Oh God. Excuse me. Look at that. Look, I'm even yawning already thinking about Friday. Oh God, I'm kidding. But yeah, I think let's see, St. Augustine and Farfield MD. Well, Mark, yes, it is. It's definitely not 2 hours. St. Augustine. That is God, that would at least be 5 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. Yeah, 3 hours of pure content just for you, Mark. You're welcome. It's all James's fault because he got him on here. But no, James, I think if you're good with it, we can wrap it up. 3 hours. Jay's gone, so the party's over.
Yeah. Yeah. If you guys know, if you have somebody that you want to talk to, like, or hear from, and you think it'd be cool, like I said, send us your ideas and we'll see what we can do. Like, I got a few irons in the fire, so see where these things go. But I'm open to suggestions. I have no problem asking anyone. So just let us know. It was a great stream. It was fun. I love
Absolutely.
Jay. It's such a good guy, Always fun.
Jay's a hoot. Jay is a hoot. You'll hear more from Jay Woodley because we know you'll be here with your damn. Apparently, I don't think Mark owns a refrigerator. I think he actually owns an industrial ice machine.
Yeah. Good night, Jessica. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, absolutely. Good night. On that note, I guess we will go ahead and close it out. Thank you again, everybody that came tonight. You're absolutely, it was absolutely awesome again, especially with Jay. For those of you who know him, you knew what to expect. And for those who didn't, well, there you go. That's Jay Woodley. It's been a hoot. Yes, it has. But thanks to everybody. Once again, we'll see you Friday. be excellent to each other, like James said. I'm going to pass it on to James.
All right, guys. Thank you. Like Michael said, we appreciate you hanging out, being active in the chat and everything. And Friday, wear your seatbelt. We'll see you guys Friday, 9:00 Eastern. All right. Have a good night, guys.
Ciao, everybody. Thanks again. Sleep well.